All right, we're back playing some Dune. Hmm. Oops. Okay. Um, I have removed some of the, I guess, some of the things. Give me a second. Desktop audio is fine. Um, Let me check. Okay, so we're good. Playing some Bloodlines ranked. We're gonna try to get to 1800. Hopefully, we're gonna get to 1800. Yep. Currently, we're sitting at, I believe, like 1670. We want to push to 1800. And I guess these are the players playing against. Playing against, who's this? Nabalt in with Margot, playing with Josiah in Baron, uh, LOF5 it with, I guess, Mituli, and then we get to pick between, well, Training Depot's on the road, Show and Demand. Some good stuff is on the road. So could play a steersman game, but doesn't feel like it. Yuna is not bad, especially for the early Solari. Is there any cards on the road that give us Solari? Not particularly. Oh, Plasteel Blades is around, so, but I doubt we're gonna be targeting that. Um, I guess Chani is not bad. We'll play Chani. Let's see how we do. So Baron's gonna do his Master Stroke ability. Probably put aside. Actually, I don't know what Baron puts aside anymore. He could put aside like Fremen, but he could put aside. Okay, Fremen's probably one of them. The other one's probably going to be either spacing for shipping or Emperor for privilege. I doubt Baron usually goes to um goes spacing and sorry, not Benny. I doubt Baron goes to Benny. So he's probably going to be picking up hmm the thing with Baron is that he has been nerfed a lot simply because of the fact that um Hardy Warriors is not there anymore, so his only outs to basically getting 4 troops in is either through research station or like a Highliner, or he needs to find another way to deploy a troop, an extra troop somewhere. Um, Not quite sure how that's possible for Baron Harkonnen, but could be doable. So right now we're playing. Oh well, I guess Baron's still selecting. Hmm. Okay. Really, it's taking this long to select 2 tokens. Usually, you kind of just pick up whatever, like you use just Fremen and spacing usually are fine. Fremen and Emperor probably okay too, but you really want to go Fremen because of worms. Going to Siege Tabor is pretty nice. Also not having to go to Fremen again is pretty good. So an early research station is probably the line for Baron nowadays. Like actually, given that he might just go to like a deliver supplies research station, allows him to trigger his factions, meaning he probably can go up in spacing because he already has one there, allowing him shipping access for. Um, okay, well, um, so what's actually happened here is we've drawn pretty good here. Um, when I say that, I mean we've drawn a ring, which is pretty nice because now we can actually get to Plasteel Blades on round 2. So let's go to Fremkit, deploy in, think 2 troops is fine, right? Since we have our signal ring, we can actually deploy. Oh, well, to be fair, we could. Hmm. Signal Ring, we need to have 3 troops in to trigger our first ability, right? So I guess starting off with like a accept contract is never bad here. We can put in 2, right? And then we can always retreat 1 for our ability. So going to, well, what's the space called? And the next round we can instantly go to, say, like either gather support or assembly hall, pick up the commander, get the skill, canny probably. Well, I don't know, what else could we get? Canny or either I'll think of Canny first, and then depending on either if we get Driven's nice. Hardy would be okay. I'm not that big of a fan of Hardy. We're the only ones with worms, so Fierce isn't really gonna be that effective. Ideally, we probably just get ideally we just get Canny and some other thing. Where's the contract stack? The other? What's? Oh, does he? No, I guess he probably doesn't see it yet. So we're probably gonna be seeing one early reveal from either from either green or blue here, because Chome Demands is a pretty powerful card. And the thing is, we have 4 persuasion to buy, which isn't the greatest, but we could always pick up. Sorry, what's this called? We could pick up. I believe is not bad. Margot goes. Interesting. Why does Margot decide to go to? I guess she just wants a Solari. Fair enough. We're gonna go to Haga Basin and retreat 2 of our troops for this, and then we're gonna deploy in another 2 troops, allowing us to basically trigger our ability. So that's nice. And now we're basically guaranteed to get Plasteel Blades first action next round, which is pretty good. We also pick up some Solari from this combat. Hopefully, we pick up some Solari from this combat. It depends on what Baron does. Baron might go Research Station here, and then, Margot might decide to over-deploy as well, which is, I guess, fine, because, yeah. Now Baron's most likely going to go to Research Station here, and then Margot's probably going to... Margot would hate to basically... Sorry, hold up. Let me change my team for Airman. Margot would hate to miss out on this combat. So Baron's going to go Research Station, trigger his ability, probably pick up... Or unless Margot has 6, which I doubt she does. She has 3 cards. 3 cards, 6 is pretty impossible. Baron's probably going to go Research Station or going to go to Refinery. And pick up an Intrigue. Who knows? Research Station it is. Yep. Not picking up the contract. So basically with this, we lose the we lose. We don't get anything from the combat, but that's fine, because at least we can pick up Plasteel Blades and get all of our Solari anyways next round. So now this depends on what Baron does here. He's gonna spend for scheming, or what was it called? He's gonna spend an Intrigue for scheme. That's what it's called. He deploys in probably 2 troops, I would think, and then Margot's gonna deploy at Imperial Basin for another 2 troops. And that's an interesting deploy. 1 is almost never good here. You always want to deploy in 2. Yeah, okay. He's gonna deploy 2 here, and then Margot's gonna go to Imperial Basin and deploy in another 1, probably another 1 or 2. This is definitely interesting because I would assume Baron has 2 daggers. Yeah. If you're a Baron in this position, you almost never deploy 2 here. You either deploy in none or you go for 3. Actually, 3 is awkward. Oh, 1 is definitely awkward, unless he found a retreat intrigue. But obviously Margot's never gonna not go to Imperial Basin here. Oh, really? Okay. Fair enough. If you have access, you just go for access, right? We have 4 to buy. With 4 to buy, we probably just pick up, I believe, the discard to draw is pretty nice. Also the command ability, if we were to get it off, which we might be able to get it off, because of the fact that we could buy, what's it called? Charisma for the extra persuasion that we need. So that's nice. So with our Signet Ring draw, we're actually doing pretty good here. That means we get to retreat. We basically got 4 troops value on our track, while also maintaining getting 2 spice or 2 Solari. Whoa, that was definitely a risky deploy from Baron. He does get away with it this time. He does end up getting what he wants. He ends up. I assume Nabalt has no daggers here because he trashed a dagger at Desert Tactics. Interesting. He only decided to deploy 1, which I guess is. I mean, it's fine. Would I've done that? I don't know. If I'm Nabalt, I'm probably, if I'm blue and I go Desert Tactics, I want to at least deploy in 2 because first of all, you charge everybody else for deploying, and I mean, I guess, yeah, I guess that's about it. You charge everybody else for deploying. So, ideally, next round, we don't get blocked on both Assembly Hall and Gather Support. So, that would be pretty nice of them. 3 Persuasion. Okay, no daggers from... Actually, wait, it's fine if we get blocked because we're still getting some Solari from this combat. Interesting to see that Baron... Oh, Baron's retreating. He gives the Solari to... Wow. He gives the Solari to... Nabalt, which is crazy. Wow. In that position, you almost never give the Solari there. Solari early is so strong. It just does not make sense to play that intrigue for the 2 Solari. The 2 Solari early is much better than, you know, picking up an, I guess maybe an intrigue's fine, but it's also more of a denial play on other people. It's fine because we still have, we're still getting 3 Solari from this combat. We get to move up track twice. We pick up another spice. I believe we moved it twice. Yep, we did. So now we have 3 spice and 3 Solari, allowing us to go to... Well, to be fair, next round we have a line for a research... sorry, not a research station, a high council as well. Okay, we drew into our ring again. Ring allows us... I guess we could retreat with our ring. That doesn't really help me, retreating with the ring. Okay. What we want to do is go... Ideally, we go Fremkit, if we can see Fremkit. And if we can't, that's fine. Nobody's really threatening to take Plasteel Blades, which is, I guess, alright. What we want to do is pick up... Well, we want to pick up Plasteel Blades with our dagger out of Zoom. It is really crazy to me that... what's it called? That Baron decided to retreat there. Retreating makes almost no sense there for a trash. Especially because the 3 swords are pretty powerful later on as well. If Baron had simply just deployed in 1 more troop there, he could have won the combat as well. It was all around. I think that was a miss from Baron. Also, he did. Oh wait, he didn't go research station, did he? No, I don't think he went to research station. He went to refinery. Okay, he went to refinery. Doesn't he have the 2 Solari for a commander? Doesn't have the. I guess this is probably gonna be a Fremkit, I would think. Yeah. So we're not gonna get to Fremkit. So Baron, oh, okay. Desert Tactics, interesting. So I think Baron might be a newer player. I'm not quite sure because I believe more experienced players almost never retreat there. It is really annoying because Nabalt, I know, is a great player. So giving better players even better tactics can be a little bit frustrating. But it's fine. As long as we get to either... I mean, we're picking up a commander this round. That's definitely going to happen. That's definitely going to be what's happening. It's just a matter of, do we go gather support, or do we go to, like, either deliver supplies or accept or dutiful service? So Baron picks up an intrigue because he trashed Sardaukar soldier, which is interesting. Nabalt might go to gather support to block us. No, he doesn't go gather support. He goes to... Oh, he wants to go refinery next round. All right, that's fine. Let's go here. Let's go without water. Buy this. Get the Solari we need. Ah, shit. Okay. Get this. Get Canny for 1. And then I think buying this is not bad. We trashed Plasteel, and I think we're okay for now. Ideally, we would like Charisma because we have... Also, the thing is, we have next round, actually, we have... Oh, right, we have... I believe. So we want to get to High Council basically next round. Interesting. Okay, so he doesn't deploy, meaning we're actually gonna get to High Council next round as well, which is pretty good for us. Who's getting this is really interesting because who's getting Fremkid? If nobody goes Fremkid, I mean, like, this is great for us. Margot had both of her accesses last round, so she's not going Fremkid, meaning we actually get to Fremkid this round, which is obviously spectacular for us. And we're probably gonna win this combat too, because all we have to do is just deploy in 2 troops, or like a troop and a dagger, I guess, or a troop and a. And obviously, if we get second too, is great. Right. Okay. So I guess getting second is equally as good for us, because obviously the Solari is nice. We can go to High Council, pick up. I don't know. Probably Training Depot makes sense, right? Also, since we're gonna have High Council next round, we're gonna pick up the commander. We're gonna get Training Depot. Probably pick up Charisma, I think, or not. I think that's what it's called, right? Charisma. Yeah, probably pick up Charisma. Yeah, I don't see how we. I mean, with this strong of a start, I don't see how we lose from here. We did end up drawing the dagger, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I think that's okay. We don't really want to buy anything that's really interesting on this row. 5 to buy for Matuli. She's gonna. Okay, she puts a spy on Fremen. Four to buy from Baron Harkonnen. By the way, Margot has exactly 1 dagger, so I guess it's unfortunate for her that we drew a dagger. But you win some, you lose some, right? So we're playing ranked right now. I guess I'll make the screen a little bit smaller so people can see. But if there's anything I need to like zoom into, that would be, pretty good. 4 to buy for Margot Fenring. She's gonna probably pick up. I'll zoom that one. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Are we ever hitting 2 on spacing? I doubt it. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, I think Sandwalk isn't bad right now because we have I Believe. So pairing up I Believe with Sandwalk is nice because they're both Fremen cards. Also, extra Persuasion, as long as I cycle them together, would be nice. 5 to buy next round, which obviously is possible, but okay. So what does Baron do? Does Baron top deck again? No, Baron does not top deck. He's gonna pass around. We're gonna have Solari. Everybody's gonna have Solari. Everyone's gonna be happy. All right. Margot might Swordmaster. Not quite sure what she's gonna be doing, but if she doesn't Swordmaster, I guess we might. Oh, sorry. I should probably move up I'll move up twice. So, okay. So we drew into our dagger, which is pretty nice. Yeah, that dagger is actually really nice because otherwise we had no way to get otherwise we had no way to get to High Council or Swordmaster. I forgot about that. I should have really kept track of what was left in my deck. Knowing that I have a Convincing left, knowing that I have a I Believe left is pretty nice. But okay, we're back. Sorry. It's interesting. By the way, 2 rounds have passed and nobody has picked up Chone Bands, which is insane to think about because like this is like an instant buy for like multiple people. Well, like not even instant buy. It's just that people either early review for this card or people. And I mean, like, it's good for us because since nobody's pushing for contracts, nobody's getting these faction bumps. So people are really trying to play combat style, it seems. And we're probably going to be the ones dominating combat, especially with our commanders and just like overall like Solari domination that we have right now. We really want to go to High Council, but I doubt we're going to see that because Nabalt's probably going to go to High Council. Might go Swordmaster, not quite sure. Baron's just going to start grinding out Solari, it seems. Water for Research Station, I would think. This combat matches for him, right? Yeah, so this combat matches for him. So he's probably going to go Research Station here to win the combat and trigger both of his things. It makes sense that he probably has spacing in Fremen because that's what the 2 icons he has, or the two bumps, two half bumps he has, so then he can trigger both of them at once and win the combat. So this is probably gonna be High Council. Yep, High Council buys Training Depot, buys that. It's not great for us. Annie for him. Huh. Okay. So since it didn't go that well for us, I guess we're just gonna go to Siege Tabor, get the Hook, Water, and Troop. We'll discard the Dune and then get a Troop. Okay, get that. That's fine. Deploying I think 2 for now, right? Okay. How does Plasteel Blades work? I thought you had additional skill when you recruit a commander, but put in. So okay, so Plasteel Blades is like this. Let me read the card real quick. Sorry. If you can see. So whenever you recruit a Sardaukar commander, so when it says recruit a commander, so this could be either from like one of the spaces, so like gather support or like deliver supplies or whatever, or it could be from like your supply. And anytime you recruit it, even if you've bought the thing but haven't triggered it, if you recruit a commander from your supply, you can instantly trash it and get another skill on the side. So I know sometimes this is an interesting play, but what you can do is if you have one desperate in your play area, what you can do is actually trash that desperate and also recruit a commander that round on your reveal. After trashing that desperate, recruit another desperate and trash that desperate again, so you get an instant 6 swords. It's like a niche play. It's a niche play that happens. I've done it once. Was it a great play? I don't know, but it definitely was a play. So I mean, will I be doing it again? I doubt it because, well, first of all, Plasteel is trashed. But that's one of the few ways that you can end up getting that route. So the question is, do we take Swordmaster this round, or do we take it next round? Because I mean, I guess we could also wait and see what everybody else does, and go from there. Also, no Asmar in the game, so no spice is gonna be taken off of what's this called? Deep Desert, right? Yeah, it's not called the Great. Yeah, Deep Desert. No spice is gonna be called off Great Flat. Okay, Margot is lucky that she gets both. I guess literally everything. She gets High Council. She gets Swordmaster next round. What we could do is actually just wait and not give Margot Swordmaster. We could go to Arakeen ourselves and okay, interesting. She wants to win the combat. Well, I mean, now that this is happening, Okay. Interesting. We want 1 water from this combat, or 1 more water from this combat, because we have this ability. So we're just gonna go to Swordmaster for now and just wait to see what everybody else does. And then depending on that, we can, recruit. Actually, we could literally just recruit a commander on, like, say, Refinery, and then win the combat ourselves. Because I believe Margot might be on 10 strength. So winning the combat ourselves is not a bad idea. The 2 spice is obviously very nice. Instant reveal. She finally buys Chome Demands. There we go. Okay, so Chome Demands finally leaves the row on round 3. Okay. You probably want to retreat the 2 troops first. Ideally, because it's 6. Nice. So Chome Demands leaves, allowing. Well, okay. Now this depends on what Baron and what's her name? Margot reveal, right? So 6 to buy there. Margot's probably gonna be picking up what's this called? Southern Faith. Margot's probably gonna pick up Southern Faith. No, Baron's gonna pick up Southern Faith. Interesting to buy Southern Faith instead of, say, like, I don't know, Sardaukar. So what is that called? Sardaukar Standard? Okay, so if we get that, it's nice. Okay, some more spies for Margot. So good for her. And let me think. So right now, could we beat Margot in the combat? So 1 commander is 4 strength. That puts us up to from 4 to 8. And then we could put in 2 troops for basically 9 and 10. Or what we could do is basically hold out for now. Um, but I mean, getting the contract from what? Yeah, yeah. I think it's mandatory for him to buy the contract. Okay, so the question is, do we spend Solari to? Hmm. We could go to refinery, right? We could go to refinery and end up actually winning the combat, or we could. I don't know. What's the other option? The other option is to not win the combat. I mean, winning the the Imperial Basin one is pretty nice, especially because we have Sandwalk, so we get the extra troops and whatever. Or the Yeah. Also, we're probably gonna be the ones seeing Deep Desert first, anyways. I would think. And if Margot sees Deep Desert first, it's fine because she doesn't see Swordmaster, so it's like it slows her down anyway. And this combat matches for us. I feel like we can't really say no to this. Um, yeah. I mean, I guess we might as well since we have Canny off right now, so we might as well do it. Worst case scenario, we get second, right? 3 to buy. Let me think. With 3 to buy, we could go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, I guess prepare the way is probably fine because we have what's it called? We have I believe, so allows us some extra flexibility, which is pretty nice. Okay, so they all pass. We win the combat, and this matches for us, so which is pretty good. We want to pick up Solari, right? Ah, yes. I forgot about the water. Thank you. So let's go back here, get the water. Okay. And this next combat is actually really interesting because if Margot does not pick up the spice right now, so we actually get the spice ourselves, which is, I mean, obviously fantastic because now we can go to deliver supplies and so what are we planning on buying? Let me think. If we're not planning on buying anything, what we could do is discard like a dagger. I don't know. I think we're okay with this for now. Oh, we could. So okay, we could either double worm this round, or we could. Yeah, getting rid of convincing, I think, is okay here, right? Unless I'm mistaken. I mean, winning this combat just gives me more spice. Oh, sorry, um, more resources back anyway. I don't know. Was that the right play? Because all right, so refinery has gone, meaning I mean, I guess we could greet it, right? As long as Margot doesn't have the 2 water, what we could do is go to, I guess, dutiful service, pick up this, and then I mean the 3 Solari is obviously great, right? We could pick up the contract here, so and then go to say like siege, and then after siege probably either go deep desert or I mean, as long as Margot's one intrigue that she's drawn this whole game is not Counselor's Ambition, which is if you have high counsel, you get 2 water. As long as it's not that, I think we probably, end up winning the combat. And then we trigger, and I guess worst case scenario, if we don't, I guess, I mean, we're probably going to be winning this combat. But let me think. What's our next round? So we're going to be drawing, right, with Sandwalk. So since we're going to be drawing with Sandwalk, what are we drawing into? Nothing crazy, which I guess is all right. So we're the only ones with hooks for now. Okay, so we've been blocked on hooks, which is, I guess, mildly annoying. But that's okay. We still have pretty good outs to, like, well, win the combat, win the game, I guess, which is pretty nice. We also have a worm, or we can have a worm. What's going on? Well, I don't know. Actually, oh, I don't even know what you mean by that. White tiger. We're currently playing some Bloodlines. Like I guess we're trying to reach to 1800 elo if that's possible. Probably gonna be playing 2 games, so this game and another one today. Okay, so sorry, not High Council, Swordmaster from blue here. And I guess we're just gonna go to put a worm in. I think that makes the most amount of sense here. Can't let Baron have a worm, obviously. Worst case scenario, we win the combat on accident. Because it wouldn't be on accident; it would be intentional. But uh, the entire gameplay is super confusing. I guess that's the issue with Bloodlines. Hold up. Bloodlines does, or I guess it's on Tabletop Simulator. It's much harder. It's much harder to look at, um, when you're playing, or I guess even when you're watching. So I guess this is the whole board, and the leaders and the board spaces are much bigger than normal. Let me think. Hold up. So let's just draw 2 cards for my Signaling ability. All right. I mean, I guess if I can zoom into like specific things that I do, that might be a little bit easier for people to like watch. I know it can still be confusing. Not really. Like I can't really do much about that. It's the gameplay itself. Okay. Do I have a game plan or am I winging it? Is there something I prioritize? Faction bump, Swordmaster. Okay. In terms of this, High Council is like definitely something I prioritize, especially with the techs out there for this game. Training Depot was out there. That was a pretty powerful tech. If I get some spice, I might want to pick up Delivery Bay because the passive commanders are pretty nice. Obviously, self-destroying messages is good, so High Council is very strong early on, or I guess even later on is pretty nice. But early on, it's like prioritized simply because techs are much more important. So if you see cheaper techs, all you have to do is pick up like 1 or 2 spice, and you get the value you want. Just do you. Okay. All right. But okay, in terms of prioritizing, High Council is also really good because of these powerful cards on the road. Long Live the Fighters is around. Fremen War Name, or not Fremen War Name, but like 7 big cost cards usually tend to come off. So earlier, High Council is pretty nice. Swordmaster, you can delay it. Unless you just have like infinite Solari, you can just go for it. But usually what I like to do is wait for somebody to get Swordmaster, and then I kind of like play my game around that. So everybody's basically taking their turns, and we want to win. We want to win the combat, right? We're probably sorry, not we want to. We're probably gonna win the combat unless I guess blue has something to say about it. Is this a detonation? This might be a detonation from green or not? From yellow. Let me think. Is there? I mean, I guess in terms of like other strategy guides, it would just be like I love picking up like an early refinery, for like early commanders. I think those are pretty nice. Are you even prioritizing? Yeah, actually, I am. Even if the techs are like super expensive, High Council is just really good in general because if you have this, like if I have 8 Solari, right, more often than not, I'm going to High Council to pick up to get the High Council seat and pick up the commander because I get the skill as well. It's like a 2 for 1, and I can just wait for somebody to make Swordmaster cheaper and then get it myself. So that's kind of like why I like to play around. Oh, we drew a dagger. Okay, that's great. Complete this. Do we want to? The question is, do we want to place a commander in? Think we're okay for now. Actually, we don't want to risk it, right? We don't want to risk it. We want to just make sure that we win the combat here. Yeah. So even with even with bad techs on the row, I'm still prioritizing High Council. Simply because Swordmaster doesn't get me as much value as High Council does, because as you said, especially in the way that the rank system works right now, with the introduction of like new cards as replacements, as you can see, like high priority space travel isn't a card from the normal Bloodlines game. So there's been other cards that have been added. I wish I could showcase some of them. I don't think any have been bought yet, but the overall, if you can look at the rank system, there's more powerful cards on the row. So ideally, you want to basically reveal 4 to 5 persuasion every round, allowing you to get to um that like number in case something pops up like Strike Fleet or even a 4 persuasion card like Sardaukar Standard is not bad. Fremen War Name isn't bad either. It is unfortunate we drew the dagger, but it is what it is. But anyways, let's just reveal here 3 persuasion to buy. Do we pick up anything? I think we're okay. Is this game like Magic the Gathering? I actually have not played Magic the Gathering. There's only a couple board games that I play, Dune being one of them. And the other one actually like Monopoly. So I literally just play Dune. I don't really know what to compare this to. So we win the combat, and we actually get enough Solari or Spice. I guess both. We get both Spice and Solari. Not Solari. We get more Spice from Deep Desert. So in the case that the next combat is walled, we get a bunch of Spice. If it's not walled, well, we still get... Okay, it's walled. It's fine. I mean, we can't say no to like 10 Spice, right? I guess 1 troop for now is fine, and then we can always just like threaten to go other places next round. What did you say? I think there was a discussion in the community and between where people are prioritizing high cards. Yeah, actually, yeah, that is one of the things that was discussed. Is how valuable is Swordmaster, or how valuable is High Council? It seems that the community has prioritized High Council more because of the introduction of techs and commanders. So ideally, people want to get, well, Swordmaster again is like one of those things that you just play for if you have a bunch of Solari. So I mean, sorry, in the non-community versions, I think even in the non-community versions, right? I think a lot of times people are still picking up High Council because of the techs. Like, okay, maybe the swords or the cards that come up aren't as expensive, but most of the time you're still picking up but yeah, most of the times people are still picking up High Council regardless of the version. Right now, I think we're in an okay position to, I guess, contest the game. Oh, sorry, I forgot to. I think I had what, 4 or 5 troops in? Was it 4 troops in? I forgot. I think I deployed in one from here, 2, 3, 4, and then commander. Yeah, okay. So I think 4 was right. So I got another Spice. Yep. Thank you, Airman, for letting me know that I needed the cube. Okay, so I guess, I mean, do we get Arakeen here? I'm not quite sure what we do here. Arakeen is okay. I mean, I guess the water is never bad here, especially because we have Signet Ring coming, especially for Signet Ring. So I guess, how do you win? Well, I guess the easiest way to explain how you win is just, yeah, game ends where, the game ends when oops. All right, so Arakeen is gone. So I guess we have to go to Fremkit. I guess Fremkit, or we could break the wall. To be fair, I think breaking the wall is all right here. Troop and water, or water and atomics. I think water and atomics. We break the wall. We're the only ones with hooks for now. We might have just given Baron hooks, but I think that's okay because in the long run, we're probably better off than him. I guess we can get rid of this, and then hopefully we find some access in our deck. All right, give me something. Sandwalk. Okay, that's not great, but it's fine. I guess we have Sardaukar next round for some troops. So what is it? The game ends the round when somebody hits 10 points, and then the player with the highest amount of victory points wins. Yeah. Thank you for explaining that. German. I believe that's how you pronounce it. If I have, messed it up, let me know. The issue is with this game is that I don't have spies. So not having spies is pretty unfortunate. Because they kind of really, dictate the game. Also, not having any sort of Solari generation is a little bit rough, but it's okay because we have other ways to basically net points. Right now, it seems that our points have come out straight from alliances and yeah, I guess just straight from alliances. We really want to get High Council, obviously because of the texts that are out there. Delivery bay is nice, self-string message is great, so we want to pick up those texts ideally. If I can pick up some Solari here, that'd be great. So, okay, so Baron might try to chase us on the Fremen Alliance. Would be a little bit unfortunate if he tried to, but it is what it is. I mean, speaking of which, how does Margot Fenring deploy in troops here? And if Margot doesn't deploy in troops, we might just worm ourselves and deploy in a bunch of troops. Right? I mean, since we broke the wall, so deploying troops doesn't make like deploying troops makes sense here. Also to trigger our Chani ability, right? Let me think. We have 1, 2, 3. We need to hit troops. We need to put 4 troops in, which obviously is possible with the fact that we have a commander left, or enough Solari for a commander left, so we can get the water back for against again like another round of. Okay, so no Solari there, but he's gonna pick up some contract. The issue with this is we don't have another way. We don't have like a direct way to end the game. Now that I think about it. So our way to end the game on round 7 would be, okay, so we're gonna get the Emperor bump next round, right? With the Sardaukar, or even an accept contract is fine. Let me think. And then we want to pick up a point on either SP or on Benny or spacing. Ideally, either one is fine. I guess you might as well Sandworm, right? It doesn't hurt to have Sandworm here. And then we throw in the commander for the water back. I mean, we might not win the combat, but winning the combat isn't really the biggest issue for me right now. The biggest issue is getting that Solari to, go High Council, to pick up the cards. Oh, actually, wait. Given that, since we're gonna get so much Solari and we're gonna have so much spice, we might just pick up, say, like servo receivers, and our signet ring then would have access to faction spaces, allowing us more abilities on getting our faction bumps. So we might just do that actually. Okay, so we might draw here in the combat. Actually, it doesn't matter if we draw or win. We want to. Also, why is Baronian pushing so hard for this combat? This doesn't match for him. It is interesting to see that he did that though. Yeah. The only reason I put the extra troop in here is because I get on water off of it. There's like, if I didn't get the extra water, I most likely probably don't put the troop in. It doesn't make sense to do that. So Chani actually, like, the way I play Chani, or I guess the way I've seen other people play Chani, is they kind of just like let the squares or her track dictate how many troops they put in, and that's kind of like the basis of my gameplay right now. I'm just watching and seeing what other people, how many troops my track is for showing right now. Okay, so this is unfortunate that He makes us discard, but it's fine because we can just, I guess, discard the one card we have. One of the cards we have. Two persuasion to buy. We get some Solari. But two persuasion to buy. I don't think we buy anything here. I think we're okay. We have the Fremen synergy going on right now, so it's pretty nice. He missed. That's actually really crazy that Blue missed Spice and Slow there. Favorite leader to play in the community version. Well, okay, the community version has two types of leaders. I could tell you like my favorite A tier leader and then my favorite like non A tier leader. So my favorite A tier leader would probably be Beast, simply because it's like super easy to play. Like he gets the extra Solari and Spice, allowing him High Council, which obviously, as I've said, is pretty strong. And after Beast, it would probably be Margot Fenring, or not Margot. Sorry, Hazmir Fenring. So that's probably like the next best leader, I would think. And in terms of like non-community or like non-A tier leaders, if you're asking for like my favorite leader to play, it would be like Jessica or Steersman. If you're asking me how to win a game, now that's a different story. If you're asking me how to win a game and my favorite leader in like a tournament setting, it would be probably Mother Mahayam. Mother Mahayam has the ability to get spies on green, so if she's the only leader on the board who can generate spies, she becomes super strong. Especially in a B tier setting, without like a Staban in the game, or without a Hazimir in the game, or a Margot. If there's a Margot, it's fine. She just doesn't get spies on blue, but she really wants her spies on like faction spaces anyways. And if leaders or players aren't generating spies on those faction spaces, Mahayam can do so much damage. Like I've played Mahayam in B tiers so many times, and it has been like extremely successful for me. I've gotten so much value off of like I've gotten so much value from just playing her. Also, it's like a different experience to learn her, right? Because one of the lines that I like to do with Mahayam is I go refinery into like and then if I have my ring, I place a spy on the assembly hall space. Mahayam's rated really low. Okay, well, to be fair, in Chizubo's video, I believe he like ranked all the leaders. So that ranking was based on the fact that all the leaders in the pool are together. So the issue with that is the fact that like Mahayam was not competing against like other bad leaders. She was competing against like Beast. She was competing against Koda. She was competing against Hazimir, which are almost always gonna be better than her. Like, if you ask any player, would you rather pick Mahayam or would you rather pick like Hazimir or Koda? Like 99% of the time, players are gonna pick Hazimir or Koda, right? So in that system where every single leader is up against every other leader, Mahayam is gonna be rated low because there's a lot of leaders that generate spies, right? So when other leaders are generating spies, Mahayam spies aren't as strong, so she can be a little bit of a she can be harder to navigate, I guess. But in a setting where all the other leaders are like not as good, she really stands out. Didn't know I was streaming. Well, welcome, Shrikar. You're spectating me in the game. Now you're spectating me on the stream too. Nice. All right. So, I guess, do we go? Okay. So what's our next two cards? Let me think about it. It seems that we have. No, okay. So it's our dagger and a dune. Okay, so those are our next two cards: dagger and dune. All right. Let me think. So which one was better here? Do we pick up? Okay, so we're gonna go High Council, right? High Council and pick up Delivery Bay, or High Council and pick up server receivers. Sorry, I guess I'll make it bigger. Server receivers or Delivery Bay. I guess this is also not bad since we have so much spice. Server receivers is nice because we can get, well, like our ring has faction ability now. And obviously, what's it called? Delivery Bay is great because we have access to, we get passive Solari. Actually, who's going to be going high council? Is anybody going high council this round? It doesn't seem like it, right? So I guess we could wait and see what other people buy, and then based on that, we could make our decision. So we could start with like a Sardaukar ourselves first. Um, yeah, I think, or I guess either a Sardaukar or a. I think Sardaukar is probably better. Oh, okay, that's a nice intrigue to pick up. Um, we'll pick up a Sardaukar and then probably buy a Desperate. Do we plan on getting? Do we plan on getting loyal off? I don't. It doesn't seem like it for now. People are saying servo receivers. All right. I mean, why servo receivers? Oh, to go Frem kit. I don't hate that play. Um, but delivery bay is also pretty nice because the passive Solari, to get like commanders into the combat. That was like that. My reasoning was for delivery bay was for basically next round. Um, but the problem is I don't think we're ending the game, right? Okay, he goes high council, which is a little bit unfortunate. Not going swordmaster is pretty crazy. All right, well, I guess that's fine because now we basically have to pick up server receivers at say at what's the space called? Imperial Privilege. So what is this? Delivery bay from Baron Harkonnen. Okay. Oh. Okay. That is a good tech. This is a pretty good tech. Let me think here. So can we see Spice Muscle this round? Let me think. So our next two cards are. Well, okay. The other option is we could just pick up self-destroying messages, right? So actually, in this case, self-destroying messages might be better because we get to instantly trigger out a card or an intrigue if it's bad, and like the card draw that we get isn't really gonna be that interesting. We do have another we did just find a bump here, so that's nice. Hmm. I don't know. This is interesting. I think we have to pick up either. Okay, sorry, self-destroying messages probably here or server receivers. Obviously, server receivers is good. In like the long run. Okay, so he's deploying basically everything. And we kind of have to block Margot on going to, say, Assembly Hall. So our next two cards are, what is it? Sorry, it's a Dune and a Dagger, right? And we can basically we can win this combat. To be fair, and do we want to draw into our next hand? Is the question. Hmm. Is there what do we see Spice Slow? Is that a possibility? Let me think. So two, I'm gonna reveal this. 2 persuasion, 4 persuasion. If we buy self-destroying messages, that's 5 persuasion. We reveal a Dune and a Dagger for 6, 7 persuasion, and then we would have to draw into basically convincing. So that's no like near zero odds of doing that. Yeah. So I think we just. Oh well, to be fair, we could buy server receivers instantly, and then we could instantly trigger the card draw right now, and I think that might be better here because we get this. We can still see Spice and Slow, so server receivers is probably better here. Dropships comes off. That's great. Um, so let's buy server receivers. Let's spend the water here, and then draw 1, 2. Okay, we drew into a Fremens, which is okay. Sorry, I forgot to pick up the card. Do we want to change an intrigue out? No, I think we're okay. But yeah, I forgot that Soul Receivers actually triggers the ring ability. So that's nice to know. So let me think. 2, 4, 5, 6. 6 persuasion here. 2, 4, 5, 6. 7. Oh, actually, you know what? Oh, we don't have a water though. So what are the odds we hit Spice Must Slow? What's going on in the middle? So in the middle is basically the board space. People go to these spaces to get points, and generate resources. If you go, as you can see, like these little icons, are points. Anytime you reach two on a faction on a space, you get a point. Sometimes the combats have points. None of these ones showed, but that's basically what's going on in the middle. It's the easiest way to explain. Um, I guess it really is harder to explain what's going on in the middle without just like explain the game from start to finish. Steersman is favorite character. Yeah, Steersman is actually. I mean, I enjoy playing a good Steersman game. To be fair, think he's pretty nice. The four nav cards. I mean, it's like it's great if you can end up. Oh, sorry, how it got disconnected somehow. Oops. Oops. Create server, and then I believe it was this one, right? How did I get disconnected? Oops. Gotta tell them that the game is up again. Oops. Change color back to red. Game is up again. Is it 6 p.m. on a Tuesday? It might be 6 p.m. on a Tuesday, yeah. Steersman is favorite night card. Actually, to be fair, it's actually hard to draw bad nav cards on Steersman, at least the way that I've played. He can actually have a lot of good lines. Even if you don't draw the Spice and Slow, like you say like I guess what's the worst four nav cards you could draw? Probably Trash for 2 spice, 1 spice for the Alliance, one Solari or sorry, 1 spice or 2 Solari for a point for a bump somewhere, and then down up. Those are like the 4 worst you could probably draw. But even in that case, you're probably gonna be doing okay because you have good outs to, like you can probably play the Alliance one first to get the extra spice, for like a refinery play or like an espionage play. So you're doing okay there. Um, I don't know. Like I mean that specific 4 set is definitely difficult to navigate, for his navigation cards, but if you draw like the 5 spice for a point, you always put that at the end. If you draw the 2 Solari one, um, 2 Solari for the point. Oh, sorry, the extra persuasion. You almost put that at the end. Like in a lot of cases, you basically put. Sorry. So people are back. So let's just keep playing, I guess. So they wanna reset. Let me think. Hold up. Resume game. Sorry. Let me configuration real quick. Interface, and then give me the top menu back. All right, and then let's reload it again. Hopefully it's better. Yeah. So yeah, so apply. Okay, we're back. And then I think we're okay. So last person has to reveal. He ended up buying 10 persuasion, but didn't buy spectacle, or sorry, didn't buy a card. Or what am I saying? Is that a worm? No, it's not a worm. He's just deploying, it seems. Does he have canny? He doesn't have canny off. So realistically, we could win the combat here. With like a Highliner. Let me think. So what's the odds we hit Spice and Slow here? Let me think. 2, 4, 5, 6. We need to draw our one other convincing argument, which is pretty low odds, right? But I guess we could win the combat. Yeah, I mean, winning the combat is great here. This is definitely interesting because 2, 4, 5, 6. I guess what's the worst case scenario that if we don't draw into our convincing argument there? 2, 4, 5, 6. I guess it's fine if we don't draw into it either. I mean, we can't really say no to rapid dropships, right? Surely not. Because we can always discard for the bump anyway. So let's just take rapid dropships, deploy in 4 troops, and then spend, I guess, like another 2 troops. I think we can deploy in up to 6, I believe. right? Flip dropships off, draw 1, 2. Oh my god, we drew convincing and our sandwalk. Wait, this is perfect. Now, not only when we get the troops back, we get persuasion, we get basically everything we wanted. So this is great. And we can actually discard for a bump as well. So it's like we hit like the best odds, it seems. The best out to hit basically everything, and it's combat matches for us. So we get a contract as well. Oh my god. And the best part is, since the harvest contract is actually perfect for us, because we have, hold up, did I not spend the water? I must not have spent the, did I spend the water? One measure of water. Ah, yes, I forgot to spend the water. Yeah. I was thinking I should only have one, but yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so it seems that he's going for, okay, is that a worm? No, he doesn't have a worm. So he's just playing Spice and Slow here. Nabald is really trying to chase us on this, sector. So, oh wait, sorry, we don't have to reveal, do we? Let me think. So we could actually still deploy 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and our last card is guaranteed to be at least 1 persuasion. So we can just go to, like, say, Imperial Basin and just draw a card, and like we get more troops back anyway. So like this is like it seems to be a win-win scenario here. Okay, yeah. So we hit the Spice with slow. Let me count again. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. We hit the Spice with slow. We hit our spice that we needed. And we have server receivers, so it's like it seems to be like a pretty good scenario anyway. We get some troops back as well. We pick up the Spice with slow. We have 9 persuasion exactly. We could discard for the bump, but I think we're okay without it. Alright, so we're gonna pass, and we trash. We get a water back, which is good for our Signet Ring ability again. Let me think. What contract did we buy? Well, we can't buy this one because we don't want to, get rid of this contract. But we can trash this. Probably pick up Arakeen for the water. Isn't bad. It's not great either. I would love to pick up some Solari instead. But, we do okay. You need to get 2 more troops. Why do I need to pick up 2 more troops? 2 spice units. Oh, how many troops did I deploy in that one? I believe it was... How many? Wait, why do I need 2 more troops for my garrison? Yeah, if I discard it would be my dagger. Let me think. 1 acquired Imperium Spice slow. Oh yes, I must have 2 more troops in my garrison. Okay. 2 more troops for my garrison. And then did I miss anything else? Oh, my Chani ability. I believe I had put in 6, right? It was 6 or 7. I put in 6 from gather from I put 6 in from Training Depot, not Training Depot, sorry, Rapid Dropships, and then I put in 2 more from Imperial Basin, so that puts me up to 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, so I just basically restarted. Oh, that's pretty cool. So Chani is exactly 8, so that's good. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah, the issue with Chani is that she definitely does have a lot of things with her. Yep, this is definitely on me, guys. Don't play like me. Unless you want to win. Then you can play like me. Alright. So what's our position like or looking like right now? We could worm, right? Worming gets a if you discard, you would have to discard the dagger. I mean, it's not would have to, but it would be like the best play because then I'd lose my spices if I discarded anything else. Also, now that discarding ability gets me a bump on, I guess, Bene Gesserit. So unless Baron tries to take my alliance, which would be pretty unfortunate. So then I can like hold it down this way. You know what? Maybe there's a world where I literally just like go gather support here, and then gather support and then buy like forbidden weapons so that I can like worm myself. And obviously that line doesn't seem too bad given the fact that we have so much. The issue is we don't have Solari. We need to pick up Solari somewhere, somehow. And with Baron really doing this to us, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult to pick up Solari. No refinery, unfortunately for us. So how are we picking up Solari? Hmm. Okay. Sardaukar here from blue. Okay. It is really interesting to see the fact that like the Sardaukar commander was and the High Council commander were the first like were the ones to go before the Deliver Supplies commander. Um, it's not typical to see that. Usually the Deliver Supplies commander goes quick. Um, Let me think here. I guess going to espionage makes the most amount of sense here, unless I'm missing something. Research station is also possible. Um, to be fair, I could just go to research station myself. I think I could go to research station anyways. So this gets me the card draw I need. Not the right card draw we needed, but it is a card draw. Uh, do we drop ships right now? I don't know. So this is probably gonna be a Frem kit. No, Desert Tactics. Interesting. Okay. So if does Margot can Margot end the game here? All right, that's kind of the question here. The wall has been broken, so Margot would have to. Margot's gonna go to us. What's the space called? She's gonna go to privilege, right? Because she has access and she has the Solari, perfectly the Solari that she needs. Also, it gives her access to Canny, so she gets two more troops or two more swords. How does one game usually go? Like how long? Oh, long. Sorry, how long? It usually is like an hour, sometimes an hour 30, depending on like I guess players' issues. Sometimes people have issues with like connection. Sometimes people just think a long time. Especially because like there's some big cards in the row, so they decide whether to early reveal it or not. So that usually takes a little long. And I guess on key rounds like round 7 and round 6 and round 7, people tend to think a long time. Because those are like crucial rounds, especially going into that last round possibly. So what do we want to see here? We want to see. Well, we want to go to research station. We don't want to. Oh, and if you go to research station, actually, that's great, right? Because if you go to research station, then we get to draw, and then we get to see some more cards. Probably a Spice and Slow, I would think. This is probably going to be a Swordmaster from him. Yeah, makes sense. Let me think. I mean, we could also discard for the point on Benny. So that puts us up to 8 points. I mean, we need to find this Solari somewhere, somehow, right? We need to find this extra 1 Solari because the minute we find the Solari, then, I mean, we get Desperate. Canny, probably not relevant for now, but if we can, go to like, say, gather support with our dagger and then buy what's it called? Forbidden weapons, that would be nice. Because then we can instantly deploy in 3-5 troops in. That's 10 strength, and then have forbidden weapons for the 11th or 12th strength. Okay. Wait. Now this is definitely interesting because glow globes have come off. Oh, actually, it's not that interesting to be fair. Because if blue goes to a privilege, then he just buys glow globes from us. It's not that great. But the glow globes kind of gets us a point, right? The point being on I guess spacing. I mean, this is super difficult to end the game right now because it's probably going to be a research station, right? No, privilege. Okay, as expected. He's going to buy glow globes, I would think. He wants to draw into his worm card. That's what it is. He wants to draw into the worm card. So how many points is blue ending on if he was to end the game? So let me think. This is going to be he's going to get 3 points from if he worms, it would be 4 points from the combat, right? And that puts him to 10. Spice Slow would be 5. So under no circumstance can we ever let blue win the combat, it seems. Okay. All right. Well, now that we've established that we cannot let blue win the combat, let's figure out a way to beat him. Yeah, maybe, is it too late? Is it too late to try to beat blue in the combat? Hmm. I mean, he doesn't have too many intrigues and too many, like, he doesn't have too many swords, it seems. Maybe like his canny would give him like two more swords. We also have three swords on reveal, it seems. So let's just go research station, draw into some cards. Not drawing the signet ring there is just horrendous. Um, yeah, that is painful to not drawing the signet ring there. We do have Spice and Slow, I believe, right? 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. No, so we're one persuasion off of Spice and Slow as well. Okay, that's not great. Hmm. Yeah. Maybe the mistake was going. Hmm. One persuasion off Spice and Slow. We've missed that. Um, I mean, what's the max strength we can hit? Let me think. So it seems that we can get forbidden weapons for another +5, puts us up to 10. Oh, sorry, puts us up to 18, and then like two swords puts us up to 20. Oh yeah, 20 is not good, especially against his three intrigues, which I mean I'd assume that he would have. I guess since we know that we're not hmm yeah, since we know we're not gonna like draw into Spice Slow, we might as well discard um what's it called? We might as well discard Siege Ritual. Oh sorry, might as well play Siege Ritual, discard like a Dune, and then play Prepare the Way to say like gather support. It is really unfortunate we didn't get the Solari. Oh wait, no, we do get the Solari. Oh my god. Okay, wait, hold up. We still have a path, right? Okay. So we get the Solari. We buy instead of buying forbidden weapons, we buy spy drones. We flip instantly, get the extra Solari we need to trigger both Canny and Desperate. That puts us up to okay. So now with that in mind, that instantly gets us the point from forbidden weapons that we need. And actually, wait, that ends the game if we win the combat. Oh my god, that line is much better here. Okay, I'm glad I caught that right before the game was about to like end. Okay, so let me think about his strength. So this is three swords right here, right? Okay, he makes his discard, which is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. Um, all right. We've discarded, so we need to hold as many swords as possible, right? Okay, let me think. So we're gonna go drop ships. I gather support. That puts in 4 troops. That's 8 strength. A commander is gonna be 10 strength plus 12, and then 15. So plus I'm gonna be at plus 15. So 8 plus 15 is 23 strength, and then I'd have plus 3 swords, so 26 strength, and 26 strength should be good enough. I would think. If it's not, it would be unfortunate. But yeah, we are ending the game, it seems, with this play because spy drones gets us the exactly 2 spies that we need to trigger this point or trigger the second point. The question is, how many end games does blue have? That's what it's gonna come down to, right? So let's go gather support. Okay, wait, hold up. I should probably discard first. Let's discard this. Go up here, get the bump, so we get a card draw from Prepare the Way. Now we buy spy drones, right? We put a spy on like I guess Emperor's Benny. Actually, Benny's not great. We want to go here, and we want to go I guess refinery or research station for the Solari, right? Then we instantly flip spy drones. The thing with spy drones is that even if you like you can just flip it and just not trash just for the extra Solari, right? So let me put in the 4 troops here. Yeah. So 4 troops there, and then I'm gonna instantly flip spy drones. Sorry. I'm gonna flip spy drones, get the extra Solari we need to put a commander in. That puts it to 20, and then yeah, and then we have 6 more strength coming in. Yeah, so this also ends the game basically. If we were to win the combat. So now this comes down to what end games does blue have? Secure spice trade gets him a point. That's 1 point right there. I don't know what other points he could have. Strategic stockpiles? No, but he doesn't qualify. He doesn't have the bump for strategic stockpiles. Secure spice trade is 1 point. The match is 2 points. So I mean, if he was to find the match and strategic stockpile and secure spice trade, then he has us beat on end games, obviously. And obviously, like that's really what's gonna come down to whether or not we end the game here, right? Baron's gonna reveal for for I guess just a card for 2 persuasion and a card or a contract. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm so glad I caught that line there. Oh, sorry, I forgot to flip dropships. Unfortunately, we didn't draw server receivers, but I think it's okay. Should not have played the Benny Bump Intrigue. Why? Oh, because it doesn't make a difference? I see. Okay. Alright. Why does he deploy 3 again? Oh, he deployed 2. Okay. He gets the bump there. Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright. And this is going to be like another 10 strength, it seems. Wow. Okay, so blue probably has us beat in the combat here, I would think, because he has 3 intrigues. We're on 26 strength. It's not going to be that close. And this combat matches for him, so I'm going to get 5. We might as well trash Desperate for 3. This combat is not close anymore. We get a... we'll might as well put it on, say, like, here, for the double drawn. Yeah. Okay. I didn't expect the, like, triple deploy, or, like, what's that, multiple deploy there from blue. Okay, yeah. So I think blue has a speed in the combat. I would zoom. So 11, yep, has enough exactly to beat me. And I think that is gonna be game. Yeah. Wow. I mean, great find from blue there to hit the persuasion he needed, or not the persuasion, sorry, to hit the Spice must slow and find this for the troop and the bump. Actually, he would have probably taken the troops anyways. The bump wouldn't have mattered for him. Yeah. I mean, is there anywhere we win this? Don't think we do, right? There's like no world where we win this combat. Yeah. What we needed to find was like basically a highliner. Actually, a highliner wouldn't have done anything either because we didn't have the Solari to trigger these two, or to trigger the commanders. So once he's gonna end his turn, blue's gonna put us out of our misery here. I don't know what he could have here. I mean, Spring the Trap. It doesn't matter what he has here. Because the combat gives him 1 point and he just finishes the game. Yeah. So that puts him to another 4 swords. Or is it 5, I guess? He has 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 swords. Yep, and that will end the game. Yeah. Quite the nice combat for blue to show up. Not the greatest intrigue. Where's the second spy? It's there. Okay. Dang. Yeah. Oh, wow. He literally only had... Actually, well, he had the end game. He had 1 end game. But in no way were we ever winning this combat, actually. Especially against Spring the Trap. Yeah. GG. I mean, you get a water, I guess. We'll take the water. Yeah. Not the greatest, not the greatest game for us. We should have at least um I don't know. Don't Not quite sure where we went wrong there. Yeah, we got good for submission. Uh should I mean if I deployed even at like even if I deployed like action 1 instead of going to like espionage and I deployed on say like I don't know, siege tabor instead for another like 3 troops that would only put me up to 26 strength. Sorry, put me up to 6 more strength, so from 26 to 32 at best. And then against spring the trap it's still impossible. I was never hitting 30. He was on 37, so he was on 37. I don't think 32 was. Oh, sorry, there's no submit button for them. Ah, okay. Oops. Yeah, not quite sure where we went wrong there. I guess I can play it back and like I'll watch the video back and like try to see where I went wrong, if I went wrong anywhere. Um, think that was probably the best I could have played that. So I guess we'll play one more and then see if we can, you know, end up winning the next game at least. All right. Hmm. Community or non-community? Oh, I like the community version more. It definitely the reason why the community version was even installed in the first place is to basically um solve the problem of like the stale row. A lot of times people were playing games and like they would end up with like really bad cards on the row and like one person would get like a really good card, say like I don't know, like one person would get like a steersman while other people are just buying like prepare the ways to, like try to combat that, but it like almost never worked. So the reason why community changes have been added is to remove some of the bad cards like Weirding Woman, Sandwalk. Sandwalk isn't as bad, but like they're worse compared to others. What urgent? Sorry, not urgent Shigabar. What's the one with that hidden missive, the one where it's like if you have 2 on bench rate, you can play this to a green space and you get a card draw and a troop like that those cards have been removed and replaced by better cards, so I guess more performing cards from Ix. I guess I'll find an example. Let me think. Where is it? Chris Knife. Where's some of the cards? Here we go. Like Keys to Power has been added. Um, that one's been added back. Which definitely provides some more flexibility to players. So getting the spice, at least they might dominate in terms of like resources, which is pretty nice. Fedaikin Death Commando has still been added for Fremen Bond synergies, so it makes like combat potential even stronger. What else is around here? Let me see. But yeah, you know what? I actually did have the same thought. I like if you look at the changes that have been specifically made, Irulan has been like, oh, sorry, okay. Let me Oops. Configuration, interface, bring the top menu back. All right, let me run this again. But yeah, Irulan has been heavily affected because of the fact that multiple 1 persuasion cards have been removed by and been replaced by 2 persuasion cards. That was I guess like a discontent expressed within the community. Um, but like generally, it seems that the players have played better. I guess not better, but like people are having more fun um because of the fact that like they're not just sitting there and buying like stupid prepare the ways or like buying weirding womans to try to like combat the player with steersman or with strike fleet. I'm also one of those. I like with like based on that I enjoy playing the community version more. Actually the game filled up pretty early or pretty quickly. It seems we're playing with some of the people from the previous game, right? What are we playing against? Yeah, Constantinople's there, Victor, and I guess Law 5, Josiah M. Taylor. So we're playing two of the same people from last time. Also, this is a great, interesting row to start with. We have some Fremen synergy going on. We have some Quash Rebellion, which is pretty strong, especially for the commanders. By the way, Dropships has showed up again. And then obviously Irulan Bombast is great. Um, so I guess. Oh wait, you're also called Bino the Dino. I'm just normal Dino. So in terms of like this game, Irulan might be a pretty good choice, pretty good option here. Um, we would have to get lucky. We would have to hit the 50% of seeing our signet ring. But let's see what leaders we're playing with. We're playing with B tier leaders, okay? So we're playing with B tier leaders. In this game, do we want to pick up like what kind of game are we trying to play? You know, I mean, we haven't played. Hmm. I guess a steersman game is never too bad, right? The issue is that with steersman, it's a little bit of an issue because the contracts aren't great. The row. I guess Maul Pistol's not bad for steersman because it has access and it has card draw. So I'm not too sad about not playing steersman. Oh, sorry, I'm not too sad if I pick up steersman. So given that, we might just pick up like steersman and hopefully pick up the Fremen Warbond and Maul Pistol synergy. So it gives us some like combat potential. Steersman, I guess if I'm trying to play for like an 8 coster, the best leader on this road to hit an 8 coster early on is by all means Jessica. Her ability she gets to send an agent to a Benny space, and she gets to trigger a water and draw basically. I mean, she gets to go to that space again. She gets to do the actions again. So with Jessica, what you can do is end up going to espionage and just spending one water and one spice. You end up getting to get 2 card draw, 2 spies, and then with those 2 spies, what you can do is go like assembly hall with that card. Yeah, you're a steersman enjoyer too. Okay, we love playing steersman. I mean, I guess we'll see what navigation cards we draw. Hopefully they're not bad, and if they're bad, well, we'll see how we do, right? That's like what the game comes down to. All right, give me some luck. Give me some luck. All right, okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. All right, so we have this is nav card 4. This has to go to slot 4, I would think. Slot 4 out there, yeah. This 5 spice for a point obviously is pretty nice, so that goes in slot 3. And then recall the spy for the 2 spice is slot 2 most likely, and then we start with slot 1 being the spice or the alliance. So the question is, do we pick up, is the troop more valuable or is the spice more valuable? And I think in most cases the spice is more valuable. Yes, we don't have the alliance, but I think like it's okay. Especially for these techs, right? Rapid dropships is nice. Getting that extra spice is pretty nice. Like it's pretty nice, as we've seen like in the previous game with Chani picking up that extra spice to get plasteel blades was pretty nice. Um, okay, so what do we draw into? Dagger, Dune, and horrendous. Okay, so this is not great. If we're being completely honest, not a great start. Ideally, we wanted to draw into our reconnaissance because then we would have had, I guess, access to like refinery, and then we could have gone to either of the commander spaces and like just started like hammering on some commanders. That would have been nice. I don't know. Think I guess since this is like our given situation, we would probably go to deliver supplies. Think that makes the most amount of sense. This double dagger situation is really bad because now we can't even pick a Mala pistol to pick up the synergy. So if we can somehow get to Fremkid, which I doubt we will, I think Baron's probably gonna be going to Fremkid himself. But Baron might go to research, might go to like a still suits. Oh, sorry, deliver supplies for that research station play. Hmm. So Red is thinking. Um. Okay. Is early refining that good? I think, or at least like the when I've talked with other like people in the community, if you're playing steersman, refinery action 1 is like very powerful, especially if the commander skills are like driven, because that is like a great start for you. At least that's what I've noticed. Um, Also, early refinery is good because of the commander skills. Like once the commanders go, you really like you can't take them anymore, right? So picking up commander skills is like very strong. Um, so you want the Solari ideally. Okay, so we drew into our blue. Now the only issue is that we need to get to refinery, which might be a slight issue. I think one troop is fine for now because we have, um, because we also have a dagger left. Or sorry, not dagger. We have a, um, we have access to go to these spaces to deploy again if needed. We also have two daggers, so ideally we want to get second place or third place in this combat. Getting first isn't that great. But okay. So going back to the question, is early refinery that good? And I think yes, it is. It's very strong. Even if even if the skills are like canny, right? Because think about it. If you go to early refinery action 1, right, and say you next like you play into, I don't know, your second action, you play like a diplomacy to like Frem Kid, go to secrets or something. With that extra two Solari, if you go to like dutiful service or deliver supplies, you get up that extra commander. And with that commander, like think about what you can do, right? Well, if any of the reveal skills come up, you could pick up one of those. If it's like charisma, it's pretty nice, especially if a big cost card is like a 8 coster or something is on the row. Charisma is very nice. If you're steersman, right, picking up that extra spice on driven is very strong. As long as you find another card that gives you reveal on spice, it's pretty powerful. If you're not playing steersman, if you're playing any other leader, just like going to say like refinery and then going to gather support is like gather support or even assembly hall for the persuasion is pretty strong to get the skills, right? Okay, so right now we're getting second, third in the combat, so we might as well just keep that. We might as well just take third and simply just hold. We have the two Solari. We don't want to get first because next round what we can do is go like, I don't know, go to, I guess, as I said, gather support. And what we can do is buy Canny and dominate the next combat as well. So, like, in this case, it's very good for me. I guess I don't even have to go to gather support. I could go to assembly hall, given that, I still have troops left in my garrison. So, yeah. Going early refinery is very, very good. Does anyone know where I can find the card blend list? Oh, here, actually, I'll quickly show you. I guess I'll reveal and then I quickly show you. All right, once he buys, he's gonna buy that, and then we're probably gonna see a, oh, Thumper. Thumper is a great card on Steersman. The reveal effect is pretty nice. Okay. All right, that's fine. Let's pick up this one for now, and then let's repass. Okay, I'll show you. Okay. Window capture, I think it's fine. Sorry, no window capture. Where is it? Yeah. Okay, window capture, and then just change this to Discord. Okay, so we're currently in the TTS Discord. So we're in. Let's go to hidden assets, and then so under here, right? If you're in the hidden assets community, what you can do is go to, where is it? Uprising, ranked announcements, and in the ranked announcements, you can see what the changes are from the standard Uprising and Bloodlines. These are the cards that are removed. Sandwalk got removed. Swerving Loyalty got removed. These are the cards that got removed and instead have been changed by these. And then the new blend list also has a, instead of calls to arms and buy access, it's been replaced with dispatch and online bribery. These are the leaders that have been added, so you can go and check in for these changes yourself. So I guess we'll go back to the game. It is our turn. We have to pass. Whoops, forgot to pass. All right. Hopefully the table's not too mad at me. But yeah, I've been out of the game since Uprising. But don't you need 2 on Fremen? Yeah, you need 2 on Fremen to go to Fremen. You need 2 on Fremen to go to Hooks. I don't think that's ever changed. Did I ever say that you don't need 2 on Fremen? If I did, I'm sorry. That was not correct. But yeah, it's still the same. You still need 2 on Fremen to go to Hooks. Okay, well, huh. I guess we're gonna go to deliver supplies here, right? Let's go to deliver supplies here. Um, Pick up the commander for, I guess for literally like next round, because we're probably gonna be picking up. Um, Sorry, we're probably gonna pick up. I mean, Canny's great. Fierce is also not bad, but the question is who's getting worms. And if the answer is nobody, then Candy's probably better. So with this play, I'm basically setting up for next round. I'm telling them next round I'm going to be going to one of those green spaces and picking up that commander. All right. So I guess I've been so conditioned to just go faction spaces from the original Dune. Oh yeah. So the issue with like the difference between Bloodlines and like normal XMO is the fact that um combat matters a lot more. As you can see, like there's multiple combats. As you can see, like in the previous game, there's a lot of ways to get faction bumps outside of just going to those spaces. So you can actually just see yourself. You can see yourself improve if you play more of a combat strategy. If you dominate combats, you are more likely to win than if you were to like dominate factions. That's not to say like it's a guaranteed, but it's more likely than not. Okay, but might be the leader. What is this? No, but red did just. Oh, okay. Sorry, it's the leader. Sorry. Okay, I forgot to mention that Leah Kynes. I'm not quite sure how new you are to upload Bloodlines itself, but Leah Kynes has an ability called Arrakis Planetologist. Ignore the influence requirement of Siege Tabor. So since by theme Leah Kynes is a Fremen, she has access to Siege Tabor. So that has been reflected into this game, and she can go to Siege Tabor. However, the issue is that with those hooks, she cannot summon worms. So in any combat, she can never double her rewards, which is obviously the downside. But the good thing is she can summon these worms even if the wall is broken or if the wall is up, which is pretty nice. And instead of these worms, she gets a trash, a card draw, sorry, a trash, an intrigue, and a spice. So now there's a lot of lines with Leah Kynes, because of I guess because of the simple like this intrigue card, you can play into like a Suspensor Suits line, which allows Leah to get like I guess extra value on those intrigues. So she gets an intrigue and a troop in. Oh, sorry, what is happening? What happened? What is he tweaking about? Huh? I'm not quite sure. Oh, trying to trash. Oh, I mean, they're telling me to buy steersman. It might be difficult, especially with the contracts not being the greatest. So, yeah, buying steersman might be a little bit more difficult than intended. But what we are gonna buy is. Oh, really? He gives up a pretty good intrigue, especially on Baron. This intrigue is pretty good. As long as he triggers his Master Stroke ability, he gets, like he gets a good bit of value there. So this combat doesn't actually match for us, but I think even if it doesn't match, I think we should probably just try to win it anyway. We get the trashing ability. Like overall, it's just very good for us, right? Let's go here. Oh my god. And you know what the best part is? So okay, sorry. Let's trash into the right space. Let's put this here, and what we can do is get an extra spice here, right? And this is where the magic happens. So we get the extra spice. We don't have an alliance, but that's fine. But what we're gonna do is go to we're gonna go to Hog a Basin next round with our Mala pistol. Get 3 spice because we're gonna get at least 1 water from this combat, right? We're gonna pick up 3 spice, and then go to either gather support or go to assembly hall and buy rapid dropships, and that is gonna sort our like that's gonna make our game plan so much easier to navigate. Yeah, and I think that is probably the best line that I could have found there. We also get to trash a card, so we're playing with a 5, 6, 7, 8 card deck right now. We're gonna be playing with a 7 card deck soon. Um, we do need to pick up a blue card, like pretty important. Not blue, sorry. We need to pick up a green card. We only have one green in our deck right now, and that is our dagger. So if we were to trash a dagger, we need to make sure we pick up another dagger as well. So I mean, in terms of like this, the combat win isn't necessary. We could win or we could lose. Just like that's not gonna matter too much to me. If you get second in this combat, it's fine. If you get first in this combat, it's fine. Do we want to pick up a? The question is, do we want to pick up like which what's the skill? Not skill. What is it called? The contract do we pick up if we win? Either High Council or High Council or Sardaukar. Okay, I guess to make it easier for like viewers, I should probably like zoom in onto just like the main board space, so you guys can like see what's happening. Right. People are, I guess, deploying and stuff. Okay, so we saw Steersman bot from what's it called? Oh, wait, hold up. We saw Steersman bot from green, which is fine. We have 3 persuasion, so we might as well just start building the Fremen deck that we're planning on doing. So we have 3 persuasion. We pick up another card that has Fremen ability. This is probably gonna be a Fremen War Bond from Duke Leto. He might pick up other memory, which is completely fine as well. Yeah, other memory for Duke Leto. Okay, I think I'll keep this like this for now. All right, so we win the combat, or we might win the combat, depending on the intrigue situation of red. If we don't win the combat, it's fine too. Red's probably gonna pick up. Oh, also, by the way, another Fremen card, Unswerving Loyalty. If we hit 5 Persuasion next round, which might be possible actually. If we hit 5 Persuasion, we might pick up both Fremen Warname and Unswerving Loyalty and like just dominate combats, especially with rapid drop ships. Like, it's gonna be difficult for the people to beat us. Hey, and we win the combat too, so that's great. We trash a card. Do we which skill do we pick up? I guess High Council for recall is never bad. I mean, picking up your agent isn't like, you can't ever go wrong with that, right? Surely not. So 5, 6, 7, 8. We have eight cards in our hand, or 8 cards in our deck, and we're gonna be drawing 2 of them like literally right now. So let's do that. Let's go here. Let's get the card draw for Steersman, and let's get the card draw from Walla Pistol. So okay, wow, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 persuasion. You know what? That is grounds for me to buy Pointing the Way and Unswerving Loyalty. Or I guess the other argument is I could buy Price and Object, which isn't bad, especially for access. I guess the question is Pointing the Way better or is Unswerving Loyalty better? Not quite sure. That's the real answer. I'm not quite sure which one is better, Unswerving Loyalty or Pointing the Way. Because pointing, sorry, not Unswerving Loyalty. What's the Price is the Object gives us Solari, right? And it gives us passive Solari as well. And Pointing the Way gives us passive bumps. And like, the reason why I'm like more driven towards Pointing the Way is because of the fact that it has that extra bump, right? Yeah, that's basically it. Like the reason, like the Pointing the Way gets me that extra bump, which is, you know, pretty nice when I'm trying to trigger my nav cards. And like with Pointing the Way, I can trigger them on my on my reveal turn, so I can like wait to, you know, get those resources, say like for my 3rd nav card, for, you know, the 5 spice. I could wait to trigger it until I have the 5 spice, and then, you know, get it off. Or what I could do is, if I have like 7, 8 persuasion or something, right, I could end up triggering the bump, allowing me to get the card draw for the spice of slow. Either way, it's better. Yeah, definitely do think the nav cards might be better for pointing the way, especially on steersman. I think it definitely is a close decision, but I think pointing the way does end up taking the win here. Also, whoa. Can we talk about what other? I mean, the nav cards that just showed up are pretty good. Not nav cards, sorry. The what's it called? The skills, starter card skills that showed up are pretty good here. I think we buy. Well, how much persuasion? We have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could have 8 persuasion, but I think. Oh my god! Wait, hold up. Charisma is like spectacular, especially if we're trying to play into a point in the way line, right? Yeah. Oh my god! And the best part is we can wait to recruit until our like deploy turn. Yeah, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. Without water, just get me the commander, get me charisma, get me dropships, send them in. All right. And now we're talking. All right. Okay. So now right now we have what is this? 4 persuasion. Do we want to win the combat? I guess winning the combat isn't bad because we have I don't know. I guess winning the combat isn't bad. If you get second, it's not bad either because obviously we can just keep picking up more commanders and just be like an absolute pain to everybody else, which I really enjoy doing. So I think 3 is fine if we win. Okay. Yep. Flip dropships. Yeah. And I think this is probably this is gonna be a great game or a great start to a game. Hold on, I should probably turn the lights on. Okay. Yep. Pointing the way is better here. Also, the thing is like we need to pick up a green access as soon as possible. Like we don't have any greens in our deck. Like this would be bad if we have no greens in our deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards in our deck. And we have if we end up buying pointing the way and we buy like a unswearing loyalty, if we buy them together, we have like if we end up drawing like a hand where we have like Dune. I think we've trashed one of our dunes, right? Let me check. What have we trashed? We've trashed a dune. Okay, so if we end up drawing into like a dune convincing, like I don't know. Actually, to be fair, I'm fine with any of my draws. With my 5th card being any of my draws, it would be okay. Hmm. Okay, so they want to try to win this combat. I think Red is trying to win the combat. However, I'm not quite sure how aware he is of the fact that we have, the absolute daggers of dreams. It seems, Fedaikin Death Commando being an absolute tank of a card. 3 swords on reveal puts us up from 8 strength to 10 strength effectively. Um, yeah, you really can't say no to that. Baron might choose to deploy here, but again, his efforts are probably going to go to waste as well. I assume he's probably going to go to Arakeen to deploy here. He could go to High Council and pick up. I guess the techs aren't that great for him, but he could pick up something. But this might be an Arakeen play from him. No, he's going to go High Council and pick up. Oh, he's going to pick up the Advanced Data Analysis. All right, let me show you what that is. Advanced Data Analysis. To acquire this, you must trash. Oh, sorry. You must trash one of your cards from the board, spies from the board. So this means that you must have a spy on the board, and then once you have that spy, you have to trash it, meaning you play with only 2 spies for the rest of the game. The earlier you acquire this tech, the better it is, because you get passive intrigues over time. He's bought it on round 3, so he's gonna see an intrigue round 3, round 4, round 5, round 6, round 7. So at least five intrigues he's getting from that 3 spice value or 2 spice value on. Oh, Holy War. That would be a good card for me since we're playing into this like extreme Fremen synergy deck. Haha. Yeah, I mean you pick up Holy War here. I mean you're almost never sad with picking up Holy War. So let's see. Right now we are playing against a Duke Leto, a Leah Kynes, and a Baron Harkonnen. By the way, it's been 3 rounds. Baron Harkonnen has 0 troops in his garrison at the end of this round, and has really no way of triggering, his Master Stroke ability. So let's take a look at what happens here. We need to get pointing. Well, also our deck is like phenomenal right now. We're seeing what is it? So we're seeing Pointing the Way. We're seeing Unswerving Loyalty, and the best part is this round, what's gonna happen is we are gonna get a spy from winning this combat. We're gonna put it on Espionage, right? And then with that, oh my god, that's such an annoying card. I didn't see Strike Fleet show up, but Strike Fleet has ended up showing up. Baron's gonna be a real pain in the ass now because he's gonna be fighting us in this combat. However, and also this triggers his Master Stroke ability like instantly. All he has to do is go to Arakeen once, and then that gives him literally all the outs he needs. The thing with Baron is that he doesn't have the spy generation, which is I guess good for us. Oh really? Okay. Well, which one does he trash? I assume he trashes. I assume he's trashing this. Okay. Wow. Baron picks up Kenny. He trashes that card. What a crazy top deck for Baron. Okay. Unfortunate we didn't draw into, I guess, our best card, but that's fine. It's okay. So the spies have left Espionage, or he's gonna go Espionage to get the spy. Yeah, it didn't win the combat, which is I guess fine. We get 2 intrigues anyway, and we get some intrigues. Not the greatest intrigues, to be fair. Really could do better. Yeah. Also, missing out on the spy there is also really bad because we could have triggered our second nav card if he had gone to say like Fremkit. Wow. Okay, so we need to hit 6 persuasion as soon as possible. We have Pointing the Way. We have okay, and I think it actually is quite possible to hit that because of the fact that we have this is gonna be 1 persuasion. This is 1 persuasion. This is 3. We're gonna reveal these 3 cards right here. This is 3. Charisma is 4, right? Now we need to hit 5 and 6 basically. So Duke Leto is going for Swordmaster, it seems. So we need to start picking up Solari for Swordmaster. Is that our cue to pick up Solari for Swordmaster? I think it is. We need to get a spy down as well if we win this combat on accident, or I guess intentionally if we win the combat. Okay, well, we're probably not getting the spy anymore. Let me think. Baron's gonna go espionage. Or Baron was planning on going espionage. To be fair, he still can because he has the spy. But I don't know. I think I'm not quite sure if there's a better line here. I think Arakeen or Accept Contract has to be the most optimal play for now. Just to see more cards to hit Spice of Slow, right? Not Spice of Slow, to hit the 6 persuasion to go up in factions over time. I guess we could also go Fremkit if needed. Fremkit gets us some extra draw as well to get I should probably hold up. Let me move my camera around so it's on the other space so you guys can see my cards more. Also, we have Canny, so Canny would trigger if we get to a blue space, but I doubt we're gonna get into a green space, but I doubt we're getting to a green space. Yeah, winning this combat is gonna be a little bit more tricky. Yeah, missing out on the spice there was not the spice and the spy there was pretty bad for us. But it's okay. We're not doing I think we're doing all right here. We have drop ships off if needed. We need to pick up a spy somewhere somehow. Where are we picking up the spy from? I mean, is there really like? I mean, Panopticon gets me a spy. This gets me a spy. Drones gets me a spy. Espionage gets me a spy, but unfortunately we can't go to espionage. Um, this combat doesn't give me a spy, and like this combat also is. I mean, it's pretty bad for me, because it doesn't match. I hate having the stupid rainbow. If we won the last combat, actually, we would have had the like the almost match, or what is it called? I guess the partial match. That would have been nice. So I think we just go to Hurricane here. One dagger, and give me convincing. Okay, yeah, convincing is there. Two, so now we have 6 at least, even if you play our diplomacy. So let's just, do you want to deploy in the commander? I think we're okay without it. It's not, oh, actually, no, we need to deploy in the commander for the 6th persuasion, I just realized. Haha, okay. And I think 2 is fine. If we win the combat, we win the combat. If we don't, it's okay. Swordmaster from Duke Leto. He's probably gonna recall the spy here. Yeah, how do I get a spy, man? Like, where's the spy coming from? Change allegiances. Interesting. Where is he changing allegiances to? Azumi probably wants to go to privilege. That's why, right? He goes down in Bene Gesserit, right? And goes up in where did you pull the spy? Did he pull the spy? I I assume he did, right? Baron's gonna go to steersman, I think. Baron's gonna play steersman to probably like deliver supplies, I would think. I assume he pulled the spy, right? I think otherwise it wouldn't make sense. Um, Interesting. Why? Oh, he wants the water. Okay, makes sense. Now he gets the water for the ring, and that allows him to basically go to deep desert next round. It's not a great turn for him, I would think. I mean, sure, he gets a commander. It's not a great turn, but it's also not a bad turn for him. Baron pulls a spy for what is he? I guess Panopticon. Is that? Oh my god, Panopticon would be great for him, right? He might. Yeah, I think this might be. Oh, actually, that wouldn't make sense. He would just. Oh, he's going Highliner. What? Whoa. Okay. All right. Goes up in spacing. Goes up in Fremen. Yep, typical stuff for Baron Harkonnen. Picks up that, I guess. All right. So, well, now I guess it's fine because now we can go. I don't know. Is Fremkit better? Is Fremkit better or like Dutiful Service? Because I mean, we might want to start working on this to pick up the commander up at um to pick up the commander on like Loyal eventually. Hmm. So we have 6 persuasion. Right? Let me count again. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 persuasion right now, and we have another 6 swords in our hand. Um, could be 8. I mean, like I realistically, I think just picking up the commander isn't bad, right? The issue is we are going to be struggling with, say, um, getting our swordmaster, which would be a little bit of an issue. Okay. Yeah, we want to set up for a swordmaster on like round. Guess we'll pick up Sardaukar and then pick up Desperate, I would think. Desperate or Loyal. Desperate makes sense. Loyal's okay too. This is not bad, especially if somebody goes to worms eventually down the line. We could also try to win the combat ourselves right now. That's a possible, variation we could take. I don't know. I think it's okay if we play here. Yeah, we might as well hold desperate for later purposes. Um, yeah. Do we want to deploy? I think we're okay without deploying. Getting second in this combat is fine, right? Yeah. 3, 5, 6. So we have +6, puts us up to 10. We could tie Baron, right? Is it a great turn? No, probably not, but we could tie him. Also, now we can take the bump in Bene Gesserit, so the next round, or the next time we see, actually, maybe buying Commander wasn't the best issue, of the best play there, because I want Solari for High Council as well. I mean, ideally, I really need to pick up some spice to go to like spacing or to pick up a point somewhere. Otherwise this is bad. Okay, he's gonna detonate. Unfortunately for him, he's not gonna be doing too much here. Sure, he might detonate. What is this? 4 troops in. He gets another commander. I mean, sure. He reels for another dagger. I guess I'd have to. I mean, hate to break it to him. Unfortunately, he's not gonna be seeing. He's not gonna be seeing that card, or he's not gonna be seeing the intrigue. So calculus of power of Fremen Warbond. Picks up Fremen Warbond. Chris Knife. Okay. That's what? That's Solari generation. That is Solari generation. Espionage from Baron Harkonnen. He picks up Strike Fleet. Okay. That's fine. Good for us, I guess. He had I mean, to be fair, he did risk it. He had 4 cards. One of them had to be, if one of those was Steersman. If you play Detonate, could you put the troopsless commander? So Detonate reads deploy up to 4 troops from combat or from your garrison. So you can deploy in any combination of 4. It could be commander and troops. It could be just troops, but you cannot deploy in 4 troops and then recruit the commander and also put the commander in, because the commander is considered 1 troop. Unless it had the X symbol, it does not work. So, all right. Let me think. So let's go up and Bene Gesserit here. I mean, this is passive Solari, right? I mean, surely you can't say no to passive Solari. 2 buy there. I guess Chris Knife is not bad for passive bumps. And then we could pick up. Well, I don't know what the last card would be. Do we pick up calculus? Here? Do we pick up Bene Gesserit, or do we pick up? Because BGO is also not bad. I mean, especially because it gets us the spies, so it's pretty good. I think we'll pick up BGO. We do have the Fremen synergies going on right now, so that's good. Let me think. Bina, how are you liking the Steersman game so far? I think we're doing all right. Especially with the Fremen synergy we're going on, and then the spies that we're probably gonna be getting from Bene Gesserit to play with the other card to again trigger our nav cards, which is pretty nice. Also, our last nav card is 2 Solari and a Spice, or 2 Solari and a passive Persuasion. So that also allows us to get extra, I guess. I'm not playing the Combat Intrigue. Am I playing the Combat Intrigue to get 2nd place here? Pretend red is 1 sword to hit you. Yeah. If I can get myself an Intrigue and also deny red another Intrigue, I'm almost always playing that playing a 2-sword Intrigue here. It doesn't really make sense not to, right? I mean, it's not like I'm saving up for something, right? So picking up on their intrigue by giving away an intrigue, I think is perfectly fine line. All right. So it's 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards in my deck. 12 cards in my deck. We are playing Oh, wow. You know what? I will take that intrigue. Any day of the week. Any day of the week. Okay, this combat matches for us. Our draw isn't too great, but we did find the espionage and we did find the Fremen. So our draw just went from really bad to really good. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna go to espionage, right? We're gonna you know, I guess get the spy down. We're gonna get probably discard the spy, or sorry, discard the spy for the 2 spies. Pick up a total of 3 spies there. We could instantly rapid dropships as well. Also, I mean, the thing with steersman is that I mean, I'm not gonna say you should be, but like playing combat style is almost never bad. Like you're never gonna complain if you accidentally like win combats, right? So like playing combat style is almost always gonna be more beneficial than playing like a more passive style. Obviously, when I say passive, it's not like completely passive where you just don't enter any combats. You more pick and choose your combats. Right now, I'm just entering combat and just like trying to see if I can win them. Like I'm putting in basically 2 troops and my like my troop generation back is great. With these 2 troops, I'm also getting what is it like? I'm getting basically free second place rewards, so it's like almost never bad to have that. I'm picking up free commanders, so putting I guess more damage that way as well. Like it's almost never bad to do that. All right. Anyways, that's enough about like my playstyle. More about what's happening this game, and this game we're playing a pretty combat heavy game. Yeah. So this round we're gonna trigger the 2 spice to get another free intrigue. And depending on the intrigue we get, we have to obviously trash one of these intrigues or discard one of the intrigues. Or I get not discard. I mean, better off to say I have to play the intrigues. Well, if you play a combat style like strong enough, then it almost like it doesn't matter how many intrigues somebody else has. Like, also, who bought the 6 coster? The what's it called? Venusaur operative. Okay, so now we have to be aware of Baron. By the way, Baron has Strike Fleet and he has the 3 sword intrigue. By the way, he has not 3 sword intrigue, the 3 sword card, which is Arrakis Revolt. So he has both of those cards. So let's play our diplomacy. Let's go here, right? Let's see what we draw. We draw into another Fremen. Beautiful. So we are winning this combat as well. You know what? It's not bad. So let's get this. I'm gonna get the spy from espionage. I'm gonna draw the intrigue, and get the 2 spice. Do I want to discard anything? Oh wait, this is great actually. Now I can get the troop, right? And then I can drop ships in like, I can drop ships in 1, 2, 3. I think that's fine. Well, I guess I'm not really getting canny off, am I? And like the persuasion isn't really that big of a deal right now, so I think I'm just fine with the troops right now, and then I can play this for a spy on like here. Yeah, I think that's probably the best line of action here. Also, if you play super passive, you're not likely to win the game as much as if you play like more actively. Like if you look at the game right now, red is playing more passively. And blue is playing a little more passively. Like if you were to ask me like who's gonna win this game right now, it is going to be between. I mean, I would say between me and Baron Harkonnen, right? I don't think this is going to be between. I don't think Leto's really a part of this game. Also, Baron's really a strong contender because he has steersman, he has strike fleet, and he has the Arrakis Revolt. It's gonna be depending on like how the cards turn out. That's gonna really determine who wins the game or who loses the game. But oh wait, sorry, I should have probably placed the spy on like I guess here to get the water next round. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, because we have what's it called? Wheels within wheels next round. So that wheels is gonna be pretty nice for us. Um. Okay. So apparently Blue is thinking about doing a card or getting a contract that he should have gotten a while ago. Seems interesting. Oh wait, actually, I think I'm probably better off playing. Okay, yeah. All right, so the table allowed me to change it. Right. So I'm gonna place the spy on Emperor because with this now I can say like go to I guess refinery, and then maybe I don't get the point. I'm probably not gonna get the 5 spice for a point here. What's gonna happen is that I'm gonna get pretty sure Luke took the contract, dealer supplies, and activated this round. Um, pretty sure Red took the contract and activated it. Yeah, this they did. That's what happened. Yeah, they took the dealer supplies contract. It seems that I played that card, combat card, and then I forgot to acquire the Highlander contract. Okay. Um, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of hard to fix it because it's like pretty late in the game. Also, we have another what? 3, 5 swords, another 5 strength. Um, in the combat. Oh my god, so annoying. I forgot Holy War too. Let's lose my troop real quick. Hmm. Why is he gaining 2 troops? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're all good. We've all lost troops. Um, I mean, I did. Okay, so we've all lost troops. Um, right. I guess for those who don't know what Holy Wars, if you have a spy on the board space that Holy War got sent to, you have to remove that spy, or whoever has that spy, or multiple people. If they have multiple people have spies there, they must remove that spy and place it in other spots except for that one, and it goes in turn order. So if multiple people had spy on Swordmaster, then what would happen is that they would have to move their spy from Swordmaster to like I guess other spaces. They would have to move it from Swordmaster to like any of the other spaces, and it would go in turn order. So if Green had a spy there, he would have to move his spy first, and then if I had a spy there, I would go next. And then also everybody has to lose a troop as well. This card would have been fantastic for me, especially because I have because of like my spy generation and everything. So that would have been nice. Um, yeah, unfortunately that is not going to be happening anymore. Okay, so I'm actually 1 spice short from being able to go Sardaukar next round. So what's gonna happen this round? This round I'm gonna go to I guess I'm gonna go to refinery, right? Refinery makes the most amount of sense here. And then just don't give me a dagger. Convincing is great. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 persuasion. All right, that's fine. I will gladly take a convincing argument there. And then I think we're okay. Yeah, I think this is fine. Pretty sure. Okay, red. Okay, so nothing new in the chat. So we have another 7 strength. Oh, sorry, another 5 strength. So puts us up to 11, basically, effectively. I'd assume Leah Khan's is probably gonna go to Deep Desert here. Would make the most amount of sense. Leah Khan's go to Deep Desert. Probably puts a commander in and some swords. Also, the issue is we need to hit 6 persuasion next round instantly. So oh wait, you know what? You know what I could do, right? Since I have the High Council contract, I could go High Council instead of going to say Swordmaster. Because what my next plan of action was going to be is I'm gonna play Wheels in the Wheels to Dutiful Service, right? And then pick up either of the contracts. I think the Deliver Supplies one, the one slaughter one, is probably better, right? I'm gonna pick up that contract, and then from there I'm gonna go to either Swordmaster or High Council, right? And the thing with High Council is that it will activate my canny, so that's pretty good. Um, okay, so we have some troops in, we have some swords. We want to win the combat, so I guess you might as well throw the troop in. Um, and then in terms of like what cards we're drawing, I think a Bene Gesserit isn't bad right now. Yeah, I think a Bene Gesserit is not bad. I think we can probably buy Prepare the Way to get some like blue access going and some green access going at the same time. That's pretty nice. Um, we could buy, Chris Knife to be fair. That would be pretty nice. Okay, High Council from Duke Leto. He's gonna spend a spice to go up in. I would think probably spacing. Benny is also fine. I would think. Oh, actually, Emperor is probably better for because Duke Leto has one. He gets a Solari off on every single green space that he goes to. So with that, given that, he's gonna make Privilege go become basically two Solari to buy or two Solari to go to, and that's gonna be. I mean, that's gonna be much more. It's gonna be more value for him. Okay. So we have what? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards in our deck. 13 cards in our deck. We have 3 commander skills. Um I mean like we could pick up the fourth one. We have Sardaukar, to be fair. We do have Sardaukar, so we could pick up the fourth skill. It seems that Baron is going to be going like into a worm strategy this round or next round. Um and obviously picking up Loyal is nice. The issue is we don't have enough spice for that. So I mean, oh wow, Duke Leto picks up Public Spectacle. To be fair, we're not really planning on contesting any alliances. We might try to contest maybe like Benny, or even Fremen. To be fair, if you get Chris Knife, but it doesn't seem like right now we're not contesting an alliance. So somebody picking up Public Spectacle isn't the greatest. Okay, so 3 swords there. Oh no, he's retreating for trash. Okay. Yeah, there's a one retreat um Leah Kynes, but that's good for us. She trashes, putting her down to an 8 card deck effectively. Um, I think Leah Kynes should have really picked up a Fremen card here. For Holy War, even if it's Chris Knife. I think that would have been a perfect buy for her because she needs the bumps anyways on Fremen, and she gets the deploy on reveal, which is obviously it would be a pain to keep track of. So you found the match. We still have one match to left to play around with. So this round we're gonna play our wheels to say like assembly hall. So not assembly hall. To what's the space called, man? Dutiful Service. Pick up probably the contract at. Dino. Oh, thank you, Alpha. I appreciate the kind words. It's well, I mean, right now I'm trying to win this game. I think we're doing pretty well. It is a little bit unfortunate because well, not unfortunate, but like the person we're playing against is extremely good. In terms of like his deck quality, he has Arrakis Revolt, he has Steersman, and he has Strike Fleet. So he has 2 cards in his hand right now. Both Steersman and Strike Fleet are in his hand. Okay, all right. Now we are most likely definitely going to be going to say High Council. Do we recall here? I think we recall, right? Yeah, I think we recall here. Get the 2 Solari, pick up the High Council contract. Um, and I think we're, oh, shoot, sorry. Let me draw another card for completing. Okay, so we have the Fremen synergy again, right? Um, so we have 2 persuasion this round. This is going to be 3 persuasion. This combat win is going to probably take us to a better route, I would think. We are 1 salary short from getting, obviously, the commander, which is, I guess, fine. Well, ideally, well, it would have been 2 salary short. Oh, you know what's great? Oh my god. Okay, so not only do we win this, we didn't activate this 5 spice of the VP. No, I don't think the 5 spice of the VP is worth it for now. Especially given the fact that we are playing a combat style. We want to hold our spice for, you know, not the techs. The techs aren't really the big issue. We want to hold our spice for like going to, say, like espionage, or going to like Sardaukar, because we have this, we have the skill, we have the contract, so we want to hold the spice as much as possible. I know sometimes you can try, like, I know people try to play for the 5 spice or the point a lot, or not a lot, but they try to like greed into it, or like make it kind of like a game plan, and I think that is a little bit too like, it's a little bit too optimistic, because it's like a big commitment and you have to trigger it on the round, on the action that you played. So sometimes it can be a pretty hefty price. Yeah. So steersman, blue picks up steersman points. So are we getting a spice muscle this round? That's the question, right? So we have, let me think. So this is gonna be 2. Let me think. 2, 2, 3, right? And if I get the point on spacing, that's 4. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 points, to be fair. Yeah. I mean, I think the points there is probably better. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, going to High Council here just makes the most amount of sense here. We could. The question is, do we buy a tech? Do we buy forbidden weapons? Are we? Well, no, I don't think we do. I think we're okay without it. We'll play the Benny bump. We'll play the recall, and then we will go to. I think we'll go to the next. Yeah, I think we'll go into the next round playing with a bunch of, I guess, swords. So espionage goes, unfortunately, but that's okay because we still have other ways to like get points. Um, Actually, espionage going is probably like the worst that could have happened. Hmm. Let me think here. So this is what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're one persuasion short from getting a spice with slow. That feels bad. That really feels bad. I mean, is there anywhere that I can draw? Doesn't seem like it. I mean, I could draw at, say, like either Arakeen or I don't know, either probably Arakeen. So the question is, is the spice and slow more important here, or is going to, say, like, or is just getting 2 intrigues better here? Because the spice and slow is, I believe, possible, if not guaranteed. We have Treasure Dagger. This is the only other dagger in our deck. So, this also is a spy, to be fair, right? So that allows us, with it allows us more flexibility with wheels than wheels, because then we can play our wheels to, obviously, faction spaces. I don't know. Spice with slow is pretty good. Okay, so this is 2, 3. But bump from Fremen spacing should. But the bump from the Fremen on spacing would show the 4th hidden. Yeah. Did that have the persuasion? Fremen card on reveal. Oh, this one? Sorry, pointing the way. Yeah, so what's gonna happen is I have 6 persuasion, right? So 6 persuasion is gonna trigger this ability to get me the bump, which is gonna then trigger this nav slot, which is going to sorry, if we take a bump in spacing, that's gonna trigger the nav slot, meaning I get another extra persuasion. So in terms of passive persuasion, I'm gonna have 2 from High Council, 1 from my 1 from Charisma, and 1 from this navigation card. That puts me at 4 persuasion. This is 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the question is, how do I get the 9th persuasion, right? We're 1 persuasion short, so being blocked on, well, what's it called? Espionage is like the worst that could have happened for us. So I mean, I guess again, like that's another question, right? So do we either go to Arakeen and deploy and get the Spice of Slow, or do we go to, say, like Espionage? And you know what? And I think the answer might be going to Arakeen, because then we get the Spice of Slow, right? We get the Spice of Slow, and that's a point that nobody can really like take off of us. And we get to hold the spice, right? We get to hold the spice, not hold the spice. I mean, we miss out on 2 intrigues. That's the biggest issue. But next round, we still have an ability to go to espionage first action with our diplomacy, and that could, generate us some more points, probably. I would think. Yeah, I think that's probably the best line. Also, to be fair, depending on what we draw here, why do you miss out on 2 intrigues? Oh, it is. I guess it's not really missing out. I just think that, like, I can always take that alliance next round, right? Nobody's really contesting that alliance. Duke Leto, yes, I know he has public spectacle, but he's not really like going for this alliance, right? 2 intrigues obviously is great, but we need to really play into basically getting points. And next round, we're acting first. We are in 3rd position, so we are acting. So the token, the maker token moves to us first. So since we're acting first, we can take the alliance anyways. First action, and I think that's that's the reasoning that I'm going behind to basically justify going for a Spice of Slow instead of the alliance. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I think is okay. We still have some troops left hanging. Yeah, so we hit the spices load. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess, I mean, it's gonna all like play out in overtime, right? So what's the strength looking like? We have 8 strength, or sorry, we have 8 strength right now. 10, 12, 14 strength. So we could be up to 14 strength, which I mean, if we can, we will. Also, sorry. The other reasoning behind going to Arakeen was, I didn't think about this, but I'm thinking about it right now. Is that if I lose the Benny alliance by some sort of fashion, I can always, or maybe not even lose it. Even if I don't take it, that also leaves me with an extra bump for forbidden weapons, which obviously I can use to dominate next combat. So like either way, I think like if I lose the Emperor, if I lose the Benny alliance, I can use forbidden weapons to drop down, and if I get it, then obviously it's great. So yeah, our line is pretty like, I guess, makes the most amount of sense right now. We take the bump here. We deploy in all the troops that we can. Is this a Highliner? No, it's not a Highliner. He's setting up for the Highliner. That's what he's doing. Okay. Also, he has Panopticon. So with Panopticon, it allows him to get an influence on every single space where he has at least one influence, or one influence or less. Sorry. So he would get a bump in Emperor. Oh, sorry. He would get a bump in Fremen. He would get a bump in Benny, and he would get a bump in spacing, allowing him to get both of these 2 points. That puts him up to 4, and then Fremen's probably going to put him to 5 points. So we have we have 9 points right now. We're gonna deploy the troop in. We're gonna take the bump here. We're gonna trigger this for the 2 Solari. We're gonna take this, get this here. So the thing with this card is the way that it's modded. If you place your 4th navigation card into like your side slot where the commander skills are, what you can do is actually like it'll automatically trigger the persuasion for you. But yeah, a side note. Well, now I mean it doesn't feel like 14 is gonna be enough to win the combat, but we need to deny green as much as possible. Also, what's our next round plan? Do we have enough to end the game next round? Did you get the troop from the one card? Yeah, I did. I get the troop and I instantly put it into. Okay. Interesting to see from red. We got the troop and we instantly placed it in. And next round, let me think. So we could get a point from espionage. Sorry, from the Benny Alliance. That's 1, right? Then Spice Slow is 2. Okay. Where's the 3rd point coming from? Water for 7. Okay, let me think. Do I play this for the 2 troops or do I retreat for, all of my troop deck? And I think retreating is fine because especially if I'm planning on going to Swordmaster anyways, I can probably hold the commander. So I might as well retreat. Retreat these 3. Have a total of 4 troops. Yeah. I think this is probably the best line. And we get enough Solari for Swordmaster anyways. We get the commander in, which will activate Canny next round as well. Sorry, Canny next round. Because we're going to go to Swordmaster or Privilege, whatever shows up first. Okay, so Baron's matching. Baron's on 6, is currently on 6 points, but he's on 7 because of this endgame. Storm's in the south. So the question mark endgame will match on, I guess, endgame. So it comes back around to us. We have exactly 6 Solari. We might go to High Council first. Oh, this combat matches. Okay. You know what? Since this combat matches, I think we... Okay. So, since this combat matches, I think what I'm going to do is go to High Council. Right? Yes. Okay. I think that's what I'm going to do here. So what's going to happen is I'm going to go to, say, like, secrets. Or actually 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 persuasion. 7 persuasion. I think the draw is probably better here, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. This is the line, right? Espionage. Put a spy on the High Council Swordmaster space, and then go to Swordmaster myself, right? Sorry, not Swordmaster. Go to High Council, pick up spy drones, right? So I can get the 2 spies down, and then I can get a card draw from this. So 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. So I'm gonna have Spice and Slow. I'm gonna have the point from espionage. I'm gonna have, so that's 2 right there, and then we also win the combat. That's gonna be enough because it's gonna match for us. So I guess, oh, actually, so the question is either espionage or it's either espionage or secrets. That's the question. Okay, espionage or secrets. Hold up, I should probably tell the players that I'm like thinking. All right. So, okay. So secrets gives us 2 intrigues, right? And 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 7, and then 7, 8. We would need one more persuasion somehow with secrets. And what are the odds we draw into a persuasion? Basically, what is that? 2 and 9. Oh, sorry, 7 and 9. That's the odds of drawing into one persuasion card. I don't think I want to risk it though, is the thing. I don't think risking it makes sense. I think I might as well just take the persuasion right now. Also, we drew into, like a spy anyway. So that gives us more points. And okay, all right. We are definitely winning this combat now. We are definitely winning this combat. We are winning this game. Okay. Let's think about how many points we're gonna generate. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, this is not 8, 9. This is just 8. Okay. Because this is okay. Since this card is already here, I'm already generating the point here, or generating the persuasion here. So I currently only have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'd have to draw 2 cards to draw into one persuasion effectively. All right, and I think that's what I'm gonna be doing. Blue is sorry, not blue. Red is setting up for a highliner around this round. A highliner action this round. We are gonna go to High Council, drop ships, and then buy spy drones. Right, buy spy drones to get the 2 spies down. And then we can instantly flip the spy drones to get the extra commander to then trigger either loyal or fierce, whatever we want, depending on what we draw. If we draw into, say, pointing the way with those 2 cards, then we'd probably buy loyal. If we don't buy pointing the way, then we're probably going to get fierce. Actually, I think we might get fierce in general because it's a guaranteed sword, and Baron has Arrakis rolled in his hand, or I think he does. So he's probably going to be going to, say, like selective. Sorry, not selective. What's this space called? Siege Tabor. He's going to go to Siege Tabor and deploy the troop in for the point. Yeah, I think that's our line of action. We're going to go to High Council. We're going to deploy in a total of 5 troops. Right, 5 troops. That puts up to 10 strength. Highliner, or no, worms. The wall is up. To be fair, has he forgotten it? No, he is. He just wants to. He wants to go highliner as well. It seems. Okay. It is unfortunate we couldn't deploy everything. But what's my count looking like? We have. Let me think. So we're gonna get we're gonna deploy in 10 strength from just from High Council, right? Canny is 12. Another commander is 14. This is 17, 22, 23, 26, 28. I'm seeing 28 strength, right? So I think 28 strength is probably going to be enough to win the combat, I would think. If it's not, it's unfortunate. But I think we're just going to go for it. Dagger. All right, give me another one. No! We missed the spot. Oh my god. We missed our persuasion. Oh, that's horrendous. That is terrible for us. Okay. Ouch. We needed basically 1 card in our hand, in our deck, to not draw these 2 cards specifically. So we missed a Spice of Slow. And now we're gonna, deploy in all these troops, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because we got 3. And then I guess we can also deploy on reveal, worst case, best case. We'll buy this for 2 spies. We'll put the spy on, I guess, here, and then put the other spy on, I guess, espionage to prevent Duke Leto from taking the alliance. We'll flip this instantly for another troop to get Sardaukar, to get the commander. to then unlock to unlock Fierce. Then we can deploy that commander in as well. Yeah. And I think that puts us up to 14, 17 strength. Okay. Unfortunately, we didn't draw into the card we wanted. 3, 4, 5, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we have 8 persuasion. Yeah. By the way, that was super unlucky, by the way. Like, we need to draw one of 5 cards. What is that? We need to draw one of 6 cards in an 8 card deck to hit the Spice of Slow. And we missed. So that feels bad. But I guess now we are basically guaranteed to win the combat. I don't see how anybody beats us in this combat. So that's a win. A small win, but we'll take it. That really should be enough to, seal the game though. Okay, so he's gonna make everybody lose a troop. Highliner from red. How many intrigues does red have? Red has 1 intrigue. Okay. So we're fighting against 1 intrigue effectively. And we're fighting against 1 intrigue with quite a bit of swords, to be fair. We're fighting against, well, we have this for another 4. So we're currently on how much strength? Why don't you get 1 persuasion from your commander? I do. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god. I do get 1 persuasion from my commander. Wait, that's okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. You know what? I can't count. Thank you. I have hit the Spice of Slow. I just cannot count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. Okay. Wow, actually, you know what? I was complaining that this was a bad draw, but apparently it's turned out to be an even better draw because now we not only do we get the spice from this, we get the spice. We drew the Spice of Slow to then trigger adaptive tactics. Oh my god, this is like the best draw I could have had. Oh my god, what a great game. This is just the game we're having, it seems. And I like a red basically has to deploy every single troop into this combat. Otherwise, to even come close to try to beating us in this combat. Otherwise, we are just gonna win the game. And I think they understand this by now. Sorry, what time is it right now? It is currently 8:09. Okay, I'm in Eastern Standard Time right now, so it's 8:09 here. Okay, so I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 swords just from not playing an intrigue. So this is Desperate's gonna get trashed. Sorry, Desperate's gonna get trashed for 3 swords. This is 6, 7, 8 swords, 10 swords. And then this is gonna be another. So I'm currently at what? I'm currently at 16, I think. What is that? 15? 15. I'm at 15. So then that's gonna put me up to 25. And then this is gonna be another 4 strength, putting me up to 29. And then this is gonna, and then if I need to play another intrigue to win the combat, I'll have another 34 strength. So yeah, that's going to seal out the game for me, hopefully. Lucky for us that this combat does match. So even if we had, lost the Benny Alliance somehow and missed the Spice of Slow somehow, we just by sealing out this combat win with the 2 spies could have, won us the game, or would win us the game. So we hope and pray that we actually did get a steersman win here, because that would be exciting. And I mean, our navigation cards weren't that great, to be fair. I mean, I guess when I say they weren't that great, they were pretty good. We got this card allowed us to get a Spice and Slow. We got 2 spice from here and an intrigue. The intrigue actually we never used. I believe it was it Unexpected Allies? Actually, no, it wasn't Unexpected Allies. It was the intrigue I got was well, what was it called? Distraction. Right. This was the intrigue I got. Where is it? Distraction. Yeah, when you deploy 3 more units. And I had to pair it with this one. So I ended up, getting the full value. That really goes to show you exactly how powerful dropships really is. Sorry, where is it? Yeah, like dropships allowing you to go high council again and then deploying, like getting a 3. Sorry, I guess I'll zoom in. The second turn you go to High Council, you get an intrigue, you get 2 spice, and you get 3 troops. Those 3 troops allow you to get and along with dropships, that's basically 10 strength right there. And then you can buy a tech too. Say if it's like forbidden weapons, that's another troop. I guess you could buy. I get for my purpose, you could buy like spy drones, get that one Solari to then get the commander, to then trigger your passive abilities. But yeah, like dropships really like can make and or break a game. Probably not make or break, just literally just make a game. You can, as you can see, like I never really touched the factions. I just simply took my one alliance that I was going for. I won the combats. This game was a pretty combat heavy game. We ended up getting third in this one. We got first in this one, I believe. Yeah, we got first in this one. Ended up getting the contract, which was the High Council contract. We ended up getting second in this one. We should have gotten first, but Baron ended up having an intrigue. We ended up getting second in this one. We won this one. We lost this one. This one matched, and then we're probably gonna be winning this one too. So that's a lot of persuasion, a lot of cards, a lot of troops that are going in. Gonna trash our desperate for 1, 2, 3. We're gonna play this for another troop and another troop. Get the spice and slow that we need, and we're gonna end up on a total of 0, 0, 0 resources. No spice, no water, no Solari, and that is how we're gonna try to seal out the game. I'm not quite sure how Red is planning on, beating us in this combat. Well, to be fair, it might not be Red. It might be, Green that might have to come over the top here. He has 4 intrigues, so we do have to be a little bit aware that he has 4 intrigues. Also, the thing is, since nobody's really like winning this game, I don't mind playing this for the spy. Like if it comes down to it, I don't mind playing this for the spy and just hitting 11 points instead of 12. Because yeah, sorry. Okay, I was just making sure that Lero doesn't take my alliance. Just making sure. Sorry, he's going for Red's alliance apparently. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna have enough. So I think 12 points or 11 points should clear the game if it comes down to it. Because Baron has a spice of slow, which is 7. He has the endgame match, is 8. He could have secure spice trade. No, he couldn't have secure spice trade. That he doesn't qualify for that. What else? What else is around? Spice and slow is 8. Is there any other endgames that Baron qualifies for? He doesn't have 3 techs. The match is pretty useless for him because he already has the match. Like Chome Profits. He could Chome Profits. Yeah, Baron could have Chome Profits. He could go to like say Refinery and then end up triggering both of these to get Chome Profits off, which might be probably possible. Yeah, so Baron actually might. Well, he would only be at like 9 or 10 strength anyway, or he would only be at like 9 or 10 like points, and I think 11 should seal out the game. Yeah, you know what it is? Baron has what's the card called? He has um dang, I'm forgetting. He has Arrakis Revolt, right? So Arrakis Revolt's gonna give us 1 more strength. That puts it at 30, meaning our intrigue is gonna put us up to 35. Sorry. It's gonna put us at 35 strength. And we just have to hope that Baron doesn't have enough to seal out the game or beat us in this combat. Because Arrakis Revolt is gonna put him up to another. What is this? He's gonna get another. Is that 6 strength from Refinery? Sorry, no. He's gonna get his one commander is 4 strength, so he's currently on 12. So Refinery is gonna go to. I guess I don't have to count. He's gonna put all the troops in anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Interesting combat. He puts in the worm. All right. Okay. Now the question is how many intrigues, or sorry, how many swords does he have? He has played all of his big sword cards, so like I don't think he would have another sword. Actually, to be fair, he still has forbidden weapons for another 3 swords, putting him up to 28 effectively, and then he would just need to find another 7 intrigues or 7 swords, which, to be fair, a lot of them have been played, right? Sorry, a lot of them have been played. This is 5 swords gone right here, 4 swords gone right here, 3's gone, 2's gone, 5's gone. So he could have the drop down for another 5, and then he would have to find like another 3 sword intrigue. So it's not complete. It's not unlikely that he doesn't have 7 swords in his hand, but it's not like likely either, given the fact that so many intrigues have been played. Detonation from red, it's gonna be a last hope because he thinks that the game's gonna end. I guess he might as well. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure the game does end regardless of who wins it, right? It's close. Let's see. 9 persuasion from Baron Harkonnen. He's gonna end up buying a spice slow. He drops down drops down an Emperor to get 3 more swords. Putting up to 28. Okay, so now he only needs, what is this, 35, so he needs 7 instead of 8 now. Okay, it's possible. Is it likely? I don't know. It's possible though. So I mean, I hope his his intrigues or whatever are like endgames or something. Let's pass for now. Let's see what Baron has. Red has like 2 intrigues, so he's gonna play one of them. No, okay, no, he's not playing any of them. What's this? 3 swords, 3 swords. Okay, all right. Putting him up to 28. All right, and I guess I have to play my intrigue. Not what I want to do. Okay, 13. So it's gonna come down to what Baron has again. Baron has another intrigue. Oh my god. No, he doesn't. Let's go. Okay. Phew. Oh my god. Wait, we did it. Baron didn't have the endgame. Actually, well, he already has this. So, might as well trash them. Because he bought the fleet. Yeah. Wow, okay. So we end up, taking the game down. Oh my god, he had the end games. Actually, he didn't have end games. But I'm glad he didn't have combat intrigues either. Oh my god, that would have been a real pain. Phew. Luckily, we ended up pulling it off. Phew. What a game. What a game. Yeah. GG's. Close combat. I mean, that was really, I mean, what a game. Just ended up getting exactly what we needed. Also, by the way, us top decking adaptive tactics to then allow us to deploy on reveal got us another 4 swords effectively, right? And with those 4 swords, we ended up beating Baron on, because Baron had another 4 strength, putting up to 28, 30, 32. So those 4 swords literally ended up winning us the game, because he would have been on 32 strength and I would have been on 31. What a crazy turn of events there. How are we doing so far? We are at 1639 elo. We are nowhere close to 1800. Let me think again. Let's look at the stats real quick again. Change this to window capture. Okay. Okay. Where is it? Oops. There we go. Okay. So we're back onto my stats. How is it looking like? All right. We are currently sitting in 28th with 1686 elo. It's not great. Could be better, to be honest. And ratings by game type, we're not doing that great in a Blood community. should be win rates. Win rates by game type. You know what? It's not for playing for how much games I've played with like non like good leaders. 35%, I would gladly take it. Like should be higher. You know, I really should like if I was to play like a little bit more like leaders to like really push. I would probably play probably have a little bit higher win rate, but I think when I say a little bit higher, it would be like instead of 36, it might be like 38 or 40. It's not gonna make that big of a difference. But when it's a play order, it seems I'm a third place merchant. In third place, I perform like the absolute best. Actually, what was this game? Look, this game was also in third place. I ended up winning this game in third place with Steersman. And then by leader, if you go by leader, we don't talk about this. 9% win rate on Milady Margot Fenring. All right, we don't talk about that. Clearly, I'm not a Margot player. Proven by my stats. Don't play much Duke Leto. I mean, I played him once. It seems I played on the game. Matuli, I enjoy 33% with Matuli is okay. Steersman 43% win rate with Steersman. You know what? Effectively, that's like every 2 games I play, I'm winning one of them with Steersman. That's I'll take that statistic. Archduke Armand, not a great player. Let's not talk about that. Reverend Mother Jessica, I enjoy playing her, but it's like she is such a fun character to play. It's just really hard to win. Like the issue with her is that she needs resources. She needs spice to go to espionage, to double draw. So she needs, and then to double draw or to complete her ability, she needs water. And then oh my god, like she needs Solari as well for High Council, for Swordmaster. Like it is like a lot of things have to go right for Jessica to win. And 22% win rate, it's not great. I'm really trying to make her work. It's not going that well. Gaius Mahayam, she's one of my favorite leaders to play in the B tier list. She's really good in the B tier list actually. So 75% win rate with her. Coda, don't play her much. 37. Fade, don't play her much either. Or I guess is it him? Play him much. Beast, I enjoy playing Beast. I think he's just super easy to play. And then Chani, 27% win rate with Chani is actually criminal. I should be banned from playing her. She deserves more than 27% win rate. She's a great leader, especially with how the first game played out. It was a super close game, that first game, but couldn't seal it out. And then my Shaddam win rate is pretty good, actually. 46% win rate. It's like every 1 in 2 games I'm winning with Shaddam. Think that's probably like the best I've had with him. The reason why he performs well is because of the Signet Ring play, allowing him to say like, go, I don't know, he can have like 1 spice and then play Signet Ring to Spice Refinery, get the troop and get the Solari, and then go like High Council to then trigger all his like to buy bigger cards, to get more techs. The other reason why he's good is because if I see servo receivers on the row, I am more likely than not, and if I have Signet Ring in my hand, I will end up playing. Sorry, hold up. Actually, let me show you real quick. This is one of the things that I really like with Shaddam. So if I'm playing Shaddam, I should probably refresh the game. Where is it? And let me change in Black Seed. Oops. Change to Black Seed real quick. And then where's the leaders at? Where's the leaders? What? Where's the leaders gone? Alright, I guess I might have to refresh the game. Where's the leaders? What? What happened to the leaders? Oh, I can't even play a game. Oh my god, it's mildly annoying. Might have to load up a different version of the game. Was it 1. Let's just do 4.15. Let's close this, turn this off, go here, and then at least the leader should be here this time. Oh my god, just don't make this ranked. Just let me play the game. Can I play in... Is there a way to play in hot seat? Oh, I can just play in hot seat. Right. Okay. Sure, just set up the game then. I can play and then hopefully there is, enough leaders. What's happening? Where's the leaders at? Oh my god, this is so frustrating. Where's the leaders? Uh, special hot seat. I don't want to make it a ranked game. Just oh, what I can do is actually make myself black, can't I? And then I can see all the leaders. Finally, I can see all the leaders. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. Where? How do I see all the leaders? Okay, actually, I'm just giving you an example. Okay, so Shaddam's ability is I guess I could search up Shaddam. Shaddam, Chrono 5. Um, okay, this is actually okay. Hold up. Here we go. All right, I promise this won't take long. Ah, okay. So here is Shaddam. This is what his card looks like. Um, so where is it? Man, all right, so his ability is that you set aside both starter contracts and his signet ring. That's the key part. Units can't be deployed to the troops this conflict this turn, but what's key is the fact that he gets the one Solari and he gets the troop. So when I'm playing Shaddam, right? What I'll end up doing is action one. If I have a yellow access and I have a if I have a yellow access and I have my signet ring in my hand, what I'll more often than not do is go to action one, go to Haga Basin, and then action two, go to Assembly Hall. So with that play, I get Persuasion. I get Assembly Hall with my ring. So that means I can get the extra troop in. I get the Solari, and then as long as obviously this play is only valid if there's server receivers on the row. Hopefully I can find server receivers, right? All right, there we go. Okay, so server receivers, the tech that this one allows the signaling has these actions, and on play you get to play this, you get to use the signaling ability, meaning on play you get to, if you're playing your signaling ring Ashadam to that space, you not only can buy this, meaning now your signaling ring becomes super powerful because you don't have to take your signaling ring to say like any of the normal space, like the combat space. You can take your signaling ring to like deliver supplies, right? And get passive, and like it's not a combat space anyways. So Shaddam's like nerf, the fact that he can't deploy on that space is pretty irrelevant. Um, but yeah, like that. I guess that's one of the lines that I like to play with Shaddam. Action one, go to Haga Basin, and then action two, using my signature ring, play by server receivers, because then I get the extra Solari, I get the extra troops, I get two troops, I get two Solari, getting a commander. So effectively, that's like a gather support on its own, and my signet ring becomes like all powerful over time. And eventually down the line, I can make my signet ring effectively like a power play. I can play my signet ring because if you look at it, Shaddam's other ability is also relevant. Like his signet ring is it's not just one. He also has a three Solari for a bump. So if you pick up a card that gives you a lot of Solari, what you can do is play your signet ring to like deliver supplies, play it to like espionage, even Fremkit or whatever. Just don't have to. You just can't deploy, right? And then you just take a double bump, allowing you access to like hooks if you want, shipping if you want. Like it's very flexible and very versatile if you can do it. But I guess that's part of the reason why my Shaddam win rate is a little bit higher than normal. That's yeah. I end up playing that line, or if I see server receivers on the row and I see Shaddam in the same game, I will almost always pick it up for that specific line. But yeah, I guess that's like a little hidden tactic. If y'all enjoyed it. Uh, but I think that is gonna be it for today. And hopefully we'll be back soon to grind some more and win some more games, play some more fun leaders around as well. But anyways, I think that should be it for today. So see you guys. Okay.